Today's episode of the Nateland podcast is brought to you by Factor, Viore, Mountain Dew, and Rocket Money. Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. I'm Nate Bargatze, Brian Bates, Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay.
Okay.
And we have a guest here with us. Very, you can check his YouTube special out, Cult Classic. It was a big one we shot in Asheville. Joe Zimmerman. Is where we shot it? Were they okay with the hurricane?
Yeah, was just there, did a show. They are okay.
So you have a lot of ties to Asheville.
I do. I lived there for 3 years before moving to New York 12 years ago. Yeah. So a lot of friends down there.
And then did you go down that? Is it like crazy?
Just, it's definitely recovering. All the trees have been knocked over. The River Arts District is covered in mud and all those places are closed. But everything's starting to open back up. And it's mostly just that you can't drink the water. So there's just a lot of people with bottled water.
So are you saying you think it was overblown, the coverage they had?
You were telling us before this podcast started.
My buddy
Joe goes, no, it was like, I think it rained a little hard. I don't know where they got that footage from.
The people that live there can confirm that there's been a lot of like false things that have been happening over Twitter that have been driving them nuts. I can't.
It's been pretty devastating though. Like
it's crazy,
Asheville is one thing, but there's a lot of surrounding areas that didn't get a lot of coverage. That's been really devastating.
Yeah,
it's very sad.
Oh yeah,
very sad.
Well, don't make us feel bad, Dusty. Trying to make a joke over here.
I know, but I can't joke about it. It's so sad.
Yeah,
it is the saddest thing.
Sad. But yeah, we were trying to have fun.
What was the the drive?
We all did a show. We raised money.
We did.
We all, What
was the drive-in on I-40 like?
They just detoured me for the first 50 miles or so on I-25.
You said they, like specifically they picked you out.
Yeah. Google Maps detoured me the first.
That was the they.
Yeah, they.
Was Google Maps.
Big tech.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Google is a they a lot of times. When you go, who is they? You could easily say Google a lot of times.
They told me that's just the search engine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little, back roads the first 40 miles, and then you get on I-40, just like you normally would.
Yeah. Did you rent a car?
I rented a car. It's a bright neon yellow Hyundai Kona. Highly recommend neon yellow if you get a chance.
Sounds hot.
Because you can see it in any parking lot without looking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's perfect for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to find.
And you could start a cab.
You look
company.
like the guy that goes into it. Gets in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Lamborghini yellow,
but
it's a Hyundai.
I called Joe today, and I knew he was driving in.
Sorry about that.
And I'm like,
sorry to me.
He's not. Yeah, Bates is not supposed to reach out to the talent. I tell him. I go, don't call them on their personal line.
They wouldn't give me your number.
It just said unknown number.
Yeah.
You need to delete me.
I hope this isn't Bates. Hello? Hey, Joe. I figured you want to talk next 4 hours on your drive. I'm wide open.
There's some truth to that. That is true. But
I talked to Bates last night on his drive home.
Yeah.
I got him home.
He was not happy about it, but
no, we
kept calling.
Talk.
Yeah.
But Bates has a big problem with his Bluetooth. His Bluetooth to your phone, like it never. I feel like there's always something there. Last night there was something.
There was something last night, but I think it was just the place I was at on the drive.
But then I feel like I remember maybe it was your other car.
Brian doesn't use technology seamlessly. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think it would switch. There'd be like when someone's going, that's about to switch over, and it's a switch, and you're like, and the wheels fall off. Whatever happens in that switch, it doesn't make it.
That might be true. My car was one of the first models for Bluetooth. I mean, I've owned my car for 12 years now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought it on
I remember when you bought it. Wasn't it brand new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only new car I've ever owned. I bought it on my birthday, my 41st birthday. I just turned 53. It was the day of the election.
Yeah.
And
that's why you bought it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I still own that car, but it had Bluetooth. It was one of the first cars that had Bluetooth, and 12 years later, maybe it's a little dead tooth.
State of the art back then, though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, I called Joe. He wasn't happy about it, but I could tell he wasn't driving in the moment. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I've stopped off the side of the road to check out some birds."
Ozone State Park.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to get ahead of us today, but
no, I
he was doing his thing.
I wanted to walk around a little bit. Midpoint, you walk around, and I found a little state park to.
You add that time into your drive.
I do, yeah. Extra hour.
Do you?
Yeah, you gotta
about
get
an hour.
You got to shake those legs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I walked around this park, and there was beautiful lake, good birds. Brian heard him in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Some good, yeah.
Oh yeah, talk to him during. Isn't that
I
the
know.
most? How frustrating is it when you get a call and you're like, "This is the 30 minutes I need to just get like I'm going inside to eat or something, and or whatever it is," and then someone's like. You know what? I'll call them, and you're like, oh. Or that's when someone calls you, and you're like 10 minutes from the house. I've been driving for 8 hours, and then they start getting in conversation.
Well, neither of you had to answer, so that's on y'all.
It was a wonderful call, Brian.
Thank you.
I got no complaints about it.
I talked to Brian the other day, sitting in the sauna.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I did not know this when I was talking to him.
I was just sweating
And
away.
where at?
At my house.
Oh, you have a sauna?
Yeah, I was just sweating away.
And then all of a sudden, our it just dies.
Yeah, my phone got too hot.
I called him back, and it went straight. His phone got too hot.
Sauna probably is a good place because you just got to sit there.
Yeah, it
and
was
you wanna
great.
Make the time go by.
Yeah, I was just sweating away in there. I was into it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. I don't even know where to go. I think we're all confused. Do you have a sauna?
I love the sauna, though. I'm a big fan. I just also ordered a sauna bag that you can, it's not come yet, but you can like get in it and it just comes up to your head and just saunas your body. I'm going to try to take it with me on the road.
How long have you had a sauna?
A couple years.
That's crazy.
I mean, I say this all the time.
That's
He's
crazy
Kramer.
that they don't know
Yeah.
you have a sauna.
I know.
Yeah, you would think we would know. I think we would know.
Yeah.
You can't get a beat on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's tough.
Saunas are where it's at, though.
Do you lay down on a sofa when you use this, or what do you?
I've not
stand
used it
straight
yet.
up
I would think I would
It's a
lay
body
down
bag.
on the floor. That's
on
what
the
I would
floor?
do. Yeah.
Okay.
Laying on the floor on your back can be uncomfortable at first, but it really feels good. It's not good to lay on your stomach, but on your back.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in that, then you get out of it's all wet, and then like it's just gonna be gross.
Yeah, it may not be ideal, but I want to give it a try,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to see what it's all about.
Do you have a cold plunge to go with it?
No, I don't do cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not insane.
I do get in the shower and afterwards, and I don't make it hot. It's like lukewarm to a little
Yeah.
cold. But I don't believe cold plunge is good for you. I know a lot of people are into it. I don't believe it.
So I had someone say the other day that they brought up a cold plunge, and it was just like as you get older, it's like your joints, like it makes you you don't like have pain like when you're walking. Like so, if you do get an exercise and you don't wake up like this sore, it's almost like the soreness of it. I feel like is what.
Oh
It's
yeah.
what
helps.
athletes do.
Yeah.
But
And so
what do
like
you-
I think it's so as you get older, I think it does that where then you see the benefit because you're like, all right, I feel good every day.
But what do you think the soreness is? Is the soreness your body being like, hey, you did pretty hard yesterday. Don't do that again today.
Well, yes, but then you do the
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you do the cold not to do it again the next day, but you do the cold just so you're not walking around
Oh yeah.
like an old football player.
Yeah. I guess I could see it after a workout. That's what the football players always used to do, right? Probably still do. But it just seems like
I mean,
everybody's doing it.
I look, I agree. It's annoying that everybody does it and everybody says
Have you done it?
I've done it. Yeah.
How long did you last?
Well, we did it,
Yeah.
Joe. We did it at a thing.
Well, yeah, there's the hardcore 48
He
degree
did it.
ones, and then there's the 60 degree ones. But yeah, we did a 50 degree one that was very cold, and I think Nate lasted a full minute.
Wow.
yeah,
yeah.
Joe did 3 minutes.
I got up pretty high.
Wow.
He was like 3.
I'm into the cold plunge because not just your joints. I can attest it does make your joints feel good, but give you good energy, but also your mood, incredible mood.
Yeah.
Because
your energy's crazy.
Because your body
Incredibly
feels
bad
like
mood?
it's dying, right? Your body thinks you're going to die. So then when you get out, you're happy. You're like, I'm alive, right?
Yeah. It's also you could go stand on one of those glass bridges. And jump up and down.
Yeah.
And you get off that and you're like, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skydive.
Yeah.
Bungee jump.
No, but it does get you could do it. If you did it in the morning, it's like, there's no need for coffee or any, you're like, you're like, where are we going? You know?
Yeah.
And I think I get the idea as you get older, because it's like Eric does it, my barber trainer, and he's like, I don't think there's any benefits. But Eric's 35, which is, he's getting older, but you're like, it's not 45.
Yeah.
Where it's like, as you get older, I think you're like, you want to,
You
your
think
back
that's a
starts
big
hurting.
gap, 35 to 45?
I
Like,
think
a lot
so.
happens in that 10 years.
I mean, I had a joke about it. Like, it's the day you turn 40, it all starts to hurt. And it really, I remember it being the day, like, it's like right when you hit 40, it's like, golly, like you just start feeling stuff a little bit more. Not that I can't do anything, but you just start, you're just kind of always hurt.
Mhm.
You just feel like you're always hurt.
Got a birthday boy right here.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah.
40 years old.
40. Turning 40.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Feels like
No.
it. No, dude, yeah.
Scorpio?
Looks like it.
Yeah, 33.
His life, yeah. But he's lived a 40-year-old life.
Okay.
That's it was a big year for Jesus.
33. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the last one, right?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
not forever.
just got started.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, okay.
Looks like you could use a cold plunge. Good zing, right?
Yeah. It's Joe Zimmerman.
Scorpio.
Uh,
Classic Scorp, Aaron.
oh, yeah? You just knew that.
Mm-hmm.
You just know what everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man.
What is May?
Uh,
you know all the astrological
May's
signs?
Yeah,
split.
he
May's
does.
split in half.
He just
I
had a
like that.
birthday. That's how he knows.
no,
Oh,
he
okay.
knows them just because of because he's a guy that knows that stuff.
Yeah. I think there's two kinds of people that love horoscopes and people that secretly love horoscopes.
Yeah. What is it? I'm March 25th. You know what that is?
You know what it is.
I know, but do you know? March 25th.
It sounds like Taurus-ish,
No.
Nah.
Pisces-ish,
No.
Aries.
I'd say you're-
Aries.
I
Aries.
was gonna say you're a Cancer.
Powerful. Nice.
What's Aries?
Aries is what? I think it's Kim Jong-un's dad.
Oh, yeah. This joke's in the cult classic, right? So
Yeah.
we're not giving it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. Yeah.
I try.
He's got a great joke if you want to get on the cult classic.
Oh, now I remember it.
Yeah. Brian's was last week, November 3rd.
November 3rd, Scorpio.
Yep.
Charles Manson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch out for Brian.
Dusty.
Mhm.
What are you?
May 18th
Yeah.
is my birthday. That is a Taurus.
Taurus is Hitler.
Yeah.
And George Strait.
That is true.
I mean,
Yeah.
The big three right
Yeah,
there.
Come on.
You pick who you want to pick.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's fun.
Yeah, look at us.
Fun game.
Tauruses. Yeah, you have
I have a very dynamic day ahead of me
you may feel the need to
to put all my energy into a group project, the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
But I want to roll up my sleeves and get to work. Yeah.
you are doing that.
I'm usually a meditative, pensive person.
What? I don't
But
know what that's not true at all. But I'm not even sure what pensive means. Pensive, I don't think you're pensive. What's
You
pensive?
think I'm like a thoughtful
Like
guy.
thoughtful.
It's
Oh,
like-
thoughtful?
But
I
today
would
I'm
say-
looking
Meditative is or meditative. I can't say it. Meditative. Oh yeah, if I do it like that, meditative.
Yeah.
That's not you. You don't meditate like you're gonna run through a wall and it's got to get done now.
That's probably true. I
And
probably
then-
could afford to be a little more meditative.
Speaking of
Yeah,
walls,
yeah.
concrete results.
Wow.
That's Joe Zimmerman.
I'll be quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard work. Well, we got. Oh, and what do you got to do tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow I have a very dynamic day ahead
Yeah.
of me tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
It's the same date.
I have
Okay,
some
there you go.
fascinating conversations with friends, relatives, and others close to me.
That could.
I have
take
that to
place.
look forward to
Yeah.
tomorrow.
My dad's birthday. Happy
Could
birthday,
take
my
place.
dad.
Mhm.
You would have been today, November 12th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, November
Oh,
12th.
nice.
My dad's
Right. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Stephen. All right, this is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, everybody loves them.
I'm not into it.
Everybody loves them.
I did used to be into them, but I'm not now.
Oh,
I've never
used to
really
be
been
into
into
them. Wow.
Well, I was, I've been down all kind of roads, and I mean, I was into some new agey stuff.
Wow.
But I'm out. I'm out now.
Tarot cards and that
No,
kind of stuff?
no, never that far. Never a Satanist. But
Okay.
So y'all can say where y'all were. I don't know where I was at this
You were at the
weekend.
Vanderbilt game.
I was at the Vanderbilt game.
Oh yeah.
South Carolina dropped the anchor.
Yeah, I saw a video of that.
Big time.
Yeah, very cool. Got to do that. They
Is that
lost.
a new thing?
No, they've been. I think they've been,
South
they've been
Carolina
doing it.
beat Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
they beat
know.
they beat
Tough.
they beat Alabama and Auburn.
yeah. South
Vandy
Carolina's a
did.
pretty good team.
Vandy did.
They're a better team than.
They are good.
They're-
Yeah, they beat A&M last week.
Yeah. So, but we have LSU and Tennessee left. We got a bowl. We're in a bowl. We got LSU and Tennessee left. So I think we still got one win in us. Is what I think.
Are you wearing the
LSU
exact
just
same-
got
I'm wearing the
stomped.
same jacket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, LSU, they're
This jacket's a cool jacket. Boom, nailed it down.
like, who else have they had do it this year?
I don't know. They've had. I don't know. I didn't.
It's a
know.
big honor. Have you gotten to do something like that before?
No, that was the first.
I saw a comment on Twitter. They go, "I'm so sick of these bandwagon fans coming on, pretending to be Vanderbilt fans because we're good." And there were people started defending you. They're like, "This guy's been a Vandy fan."
Oh, he said that about me.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
really?
Yeah. Somebody on Twitter was like sick of these bandwagon fans.
Also, are there a lot of bandwagon fans right
Yeah,
now?
bandwagon Vanderbilt fans.
You guys get 6 wins, people start coming out of the woodwork,
They
man.
go. I mean, yeah, dude.
I'm
Yeah.
starting to get on board, guys.
We would love to have you. I'm fine with everybody. Everybody's rooting for Vanderbilt. Yeah, that's for him.
You've been a Vanderbilt fan. There's been absolutely no benefit to you your entire life. Not even like enjoyment from watching it.
Comments like that are so frustrating because they
Yes.
do zero research
I know.
and just assume their first thought.
Exactly.
And you want to go. You're not picking a team that's like. Why would I? Vanderbilt beats Alabama, and I go. You know what? I'm gonna buy a jacket and get on that field. Like what planet would that happen? Like it just doesn't. Yeah. Comments are. You always see comments. They're so. They don't. None of them. It doesn't matter. But some of them they're frustrating
They make
because you're just like, what are you talking about?
it might just be a troll. It might be a troll that knows
Maybe
it
that.
might be, and it worked.
I don't see how. Yeah, I don't see how that's fun.
Maybe they were talking about one of these ladies holding the anchor. Maybe it was them they were talking about.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe
it's
they're the bandwagon fans.
it's definitely Nate.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always
Somebody called you Mr. Jinx.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's funny. Jinx, Mr. Jinx. I know that was that was a tough one for them to lose on that one.
But you were also at the Virginia Tech game.
I was at that game too. I was not on the field, but I was at that game.
Yeah.
So I started us off good.
College football is fun this year, dude. I don't know who's good.
Yeah.
I don't know who's bad. It feels like anything can happen. It doesn't feel like there's one team that's that much better than everybody. It's like Vanderbilt's exciting to watch. It's a fun year for college
I'm
football.
pulling for Notre Dame.
Thanks, dude.
Uh,
Thanks, dude.
I mean, I have
Pretty
a,
sick of these bandwagon Notre Dame fans.
That would be a more of a
Yeah.
accurate
Yeah.
statement. Like people would become Braves fans, or
Yeah.
something that's like that.
What was the name of the community college you attended?
Volunteer state.
Volunteer
College.
State. Be funny you wearing that shirt. They're like bandwagon.
They had a good baseball team when I was there. So my buddies played for it in high school. They went there and played. They might have been number one JUCO or one of the top JUCO.
See,
Didn't Billy Wayne Davis play
Mississippi
baseball there?
State.
I mean, this is 100 years ago, huh?
Didn't Billy Wayne Davis play baseball there?
He played at Western Kentucky. He might have played at Vol State and Western Kentucky, actually. Yeah, Billy Wayne Davis, college athlete.
nice. I didn't know that about Billy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like in crazy. He runs like triathlons or something, marathon. Like he's
I had
like,
no idea.
yeah.
He
He's like
is?
a real deal
Yeah.
athlete.
Okay. He's looking pretty shredded.
Born in a bush in the middle of wherever. Where was he from? He's from
Crossville.
Crossville. Yeah, he goes.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
Crossville.
Crossville a long time ago. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
he's
where you got some
from-
property, isn't it?
My timeshare that we
Yeah,
bought.
yeah,
I'll tell BW when you come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got mine. Go. Yeah, you can go visit BW's parents when you're out there. 3 weekends a year.
When I was a kid, timeshares were a big thing. and most people would buy them on the coast, Florida, whatever. We bought ours in Crossville, Tennessee, about 2 hours from where we lived. That's where we would go to vacation.
Are you one of those families where the lawyers come on the radio and they're like, if you're trying to get out of your timeshare, contact Johnson, Miller, and Rush?
I think about it when I hear those ads. We finally got out.
He's all, You see him, he stays up late just to get all the information. He goes, I think I did get that too. Did the hospital put something weird in your body? Well, yeah, they put something in. You got what's that from? You got a sponge in your, they left a sponge in there?
A surgery or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just close them up. I bet that happens because it does
probably all the time.
Oh yeah, then someone goes, "Where's your ring at?" And you're like, and then you're like, "Golly, that guy! It's just floating around that guy's body."
Hospital probably has it in their contract now. They go, "You knew there was a risk."
Yeah, and you go, "But why'd you wear a ring over the glove?"
Over the
glove, because that's what I don't understand. I understand there's a risk, but it seemed crazy. That you had them put the glove. You did the thing where you hold your hands up, they put the gloves on, and then you ring. He goes, "Well, I want everybody to know I was married."
Yeah.
Surgeon's looking for his wallet.
Yeah. My wife makes me wear it where it's obvious because there's another woman
in here.
There's another nurse, and so I have to go. I'm married. My ring's over my thing. Once the time changes, it is like the days become shorter, but my to-do list does not. I don't have a to-do list, but Laura's to-do list is it's longer, and it just gets, she has to do a lot of it in the dark. So meals, we need meals. We got to have food. We have Factor. Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meals. They have meals from breakfast to dinner and everything in between. I love Factor. You can mix it. You can mix it up since they have 35 different meals a week. They have add-ons to your box like keto cookies. I'll go through a keto phase. I'll do that for about a week, and then I'll move. They have pressed juices and smoothies, which I'll then move to those phases. Then I'll go, you know what? I'm doing all pressed juices and only smoothies because I've gone too hard on some other stuff. Don't let shorter day ruin your to-do list and stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Head to factormeals.com/Nate50 and use code Nate50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. That's code Nate50 at factormeals.com/Nate50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Crossville, during COVID, I did a gig in Crossville at a bar. I got paid $250 in cash, bombed. And then I went to the bathroom and somebody took the cash off. I was an idiot. I just left it out with my stuff. And I spent an hour walking around the bar looking for that $250.
Yeah.
I dug through trash cans. You just abandon all, like, I'm just going to look like an idiot here. I don't care. I'm just going to, because I'm not going to drive back to Nashville with nothing, which is what I did. I could not find the cash.
Aaron's pretty well known for leaving his wallet just sitting in. Many times I've handed him his wallet. Been like, don't leave this out like this.
I like to trust people.
I'll leave some stuff out, but yeah, cash is.
Well, that's was like, just give me a check next time. That way you can just cut me another one. Cash is like intimidating to have on you.
No, you don't want. You want cash at a gig like that. You don't want to. You don't want to be tracking.
But that's Exhibit A. Why a check is. You prefer that.
Well, no one. You have pockets.
It may bounce.
Why would you not put the cash in your pockets?
Yeah,
I thought I did at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, you just left it.
You're just making it rain in there.
Yeah, I've lost that. I lost $500. But you still would prefer cash, especially when you're getting that $200, $100, $250. You just want cash because you got to go cash a $250 check. You're like, it's annoying. Like
IRS is Nate saying under the table without saying it.
I go, but I always pay taxes on mine.
That's right.
I always called them, let them know.
You called
said, I go, IRS, 1-800-IRS. I just did a one-nighter last night in a bowling alley. They gave me an extra $50 cash, so you see check, but I also got extra $50 at the end of the night.
I opened for Dusty at a theater in Cary, North Carolina. The theater took 10% of your merch sales. Do
Oh,
you remember this?
Yeah.
Dusty sold one CD for $10. And the guy from the theater came up and goes, all right, let me get my cut. And Dusty was like, well, I only made $10, so it would be $1. He goes, all right, I'll wait here. And you had to go and get a single dollar bill to give this guy. Do you remember that?
It was so weird because I was like, I only sold like a CD. And the guy, we both thought the guy was going to be like, don't worry about it. He was like, all right, so just, I guess like $1.
Yeah.
And it was like, are you serious? I got to go get you $1 now?
You had to go like dig through your car seats for change to give the theater guy.
I'd rather give the guy the whole $10 bill.
Yeah.
I think you said that at one point. Just when you just keep 100% of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The $1. It's crazy.
It's such a weird slap in the face when those venues ask for 10% cut. It's just like, it's like they don't want you to be there again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, I'll just not come back next time because you want my $1.
You're going to hold me up over $1.
It's like that. Well, yeah, selling the merch. Like, why does it matter? It's because someone was so good at merch at that venue, and they made.
I thought it was
$10,000.
state laws some places, like depending on what state you live in.
Is it?
Yeah, no, I think it's venue. Like it's the venue's decision,
Mm.
but it's like maybe someone's done so great on merch, and then like they're like, we had to, get people in here to this show, and we used all our money to promote it, so. We'll go take some of that, maybe.
Yeah, and at some point you just block it out, right? It's like kind of like out of, but it's like when I'm selling it myself in a situation like that, I'm like, here's the money I made. Here's, and like now it's not like that. I kind of just get, my portion.
Or you would be like, if you wanted the 10%, go sell it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I should have done. Had them sell it. Go if you get, but.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of crossed the point. All right.
Yeah.
This weekend, Friday, I was doing the Kentucky Comedy Festival in Paducah, Kentucky. A lot of folks came out.
All right. That's where we filmed the Eclipse.
I'd forgot about that. And somebody there said, man, I can't believe you guys were here. And, we would have loved to come if we'd known y'all were here to watch the thing. But
Tell them to stay up to date with the podcast, and then they would have known.
We didn't. I don't know if we
No,
said.
we didn't say.
Yeah, we didn't say
Okay.
because we didn't know for sure if it was happening, not happening. Yeah,
I met a show
Amanda?
last month. A woman came. She said my son was on that football field and he met you guys.
Oh yeah.
She said he texted me and said the Nateland podcast is here, and she said I didn't believe him. And then he sent me a picture with Nate and
Oh wow.
Nate's dad.
Yeah.
So that was Friday night. Saturday, I was in Rutledge, Georgia at, I'm looking at you, Aaron. Anything funny? At Camp Twin Lakes, doing a show for,
Bartlesville.
I was doing it. That was last week. I was doing a show for Hope Heals, which is a wonderful organization that helps out people with disabilities and their caregivers. This is a retreat for their caregivers. So it's a wonderful thing that was in Rutledge, Georgia. And then Sunday night, I was in Franklin, Tennessee at the Franklin Theater with Stephen Bargatze and Caleb Elliott doing a show for Agape Nashville. And that's another wonderful organization that helps out with adoption and foster care for children. And of course, the Bargatzes are very involved with fostering. And so Stephen was great. He shared his story and it was a fun night. Everyone was super nice.
Those caregivers, I bet if anybody deserves a vacation retreat, is a caregiver.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be just.
Yeah, it's
You
not.
got to have a special heart to.
Give him a timeshare in Crossville or something
Yeah.
like that.
You go,
Give him
hey.
a weekend.
You want to go spend 8 hours in Crossville? He goes, I got a timeshare. And
Does it have a view? Does your timeshare have a view?
Yeah.
it's just like you go get in Crossville traffic,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm just stuck in dirt traffic now.
Yeah.
It's just for,
Looking out at a Cracker
Crossville's
Barrel.
is a big city. Kind of. I mean, it's in the middle.
it's okay.
Isn't it halfway
Nobody knew that. about
Halfway what?
between there and Knoxville?
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
where
close.
you get off the exit. And all the stuff is
Pretty close.
It's
yeah.
not a big city, but it would be. But I mean,
It's a big golf town. It's a
Yeah.
big retirement town.
Yeah, yeah,
Fairfield Glades there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing a show there January 10th with Henry Cho. So
Easy to drive. What is it? Yeah.
what'd you call it? Easier to drive.
Easier to drive tour.
Yep.
And you've been fulfilling that over
yeah.
the last few
every
weeks.
week. Like, I was in Schmeckelsburg, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's called Real America, guys.
These could be made up.
These are
cities.
coastal elites.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Uh,
We're having fun.
Thanks for
It would,
thanks for performing for the people.
you know where things shows like where a hurricane's going to hit? It's like that would be his tour. Like he goes, Bates will only hit in this circle of the America, and it's just like how far out does it go from Nashville? And you go, we're just right outside of the Bates hurricane. We ain't going to see him. He goes, we're not going to see him this year. He goes, yeah.
I'm in Gadsden, Alabama this Thursday.
Gadsden.
Oh, I had some family in Gadsden.
I have family in Gaston, too.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
great.
I've never even heard of Gadsden.
Top northeast corner of Alabama, right? It's up
No,
there.
it is. Yeah, it's a little ways down there, though.
Could we at some point, could you go through your schedule of this year and then without telling us just what you drove to, what you flew to?
Yeah, I think most
roundabout.
of them would be obvious. I think there's a couple that would stump you.
I mean, how many? Yeah, if you were like, I wonder if we could guess. I feel like I did 100 shows, or just give us a number. Like,
But do I give you the name of the city and then you guess?
no, I think it would be.
Or you just guess?
Tell us the name of the
We
venue.
could probably, yeah.
Well, a lot of mine
Tell us,
aren't venues you're going to know.
tell us who it was for.
I was at Camp Twin Lakes. Sorry, I helped out real people. I'll be Hollywood celebrities.
Gadsden, Alabama.
I did Hot Springs, Arkansas last week.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that a fly or drive?
I would think it's a drive.
I think a drive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's a drive, for sure. You have
that's
to
a
fly to
weird
Little Rock
fly.
and then-
Yeah, it'll
There's no
be a
direct
weird-
flights to Little Rock.
Yeah,
But it's pretty easy drive.
yeah. It's 8 hours, 9. Yeah. It's not that bad. 13 hours, to get in the car. It's you can tell it's a comic that really drives. Justin Smith's like that. I mean, Justin Smith will tell you nothing's bad. He's like, I'm going there. It's like, it's not that bad. It's like 16 hours. You're like, what? And he's like, it's easy. He goes, you go pop it in, you come back. What's it? He goes, couple podcasts, 4 movies, and you're. He goes, what? You out of your mind? You're there. He goes, I don't know. It's not even really worth it to fly. Joe, do you have any fun? Where were you?
I was just in Asheville, North Carolina, and I was in Chapel Hill, North Carolina before that. Played golf with my dad in Virginia the day before that. And now I'm here. Been driving that neon yellow Hyundai for 5 days.
You could have said no, and we could have moved on to Aaron. Yeah, you don't have to answer, Joe.
Yeah, I'm going to remember that for the next time.
Yeah.
I got out of the house for the first time.
Joe lets us know. I went golfing with my dad. I got a nice little dinner with my mom.
9 birdies and 36 holes. That's something worth mentioning.
Ooh.
That is nice.
That is.
I forgot
Joe's
you're a
very
really good golfer.
He's a
Yeah.
very good golfer.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Aaron.
It's all good.
Aaron got out of the house.
I got out of the house before I saw Creed at Bridgestone.
I did too.
All right.
You were there?
Yeah. I was there.
That was him on stage.
Yeah. Yeah. I asked you to come back. You told me, because I texted you about coming out to something else, and you said, well, I can't get out. And then, what was it for? It's something about, we're watching, I don't know, hanging out or something.
About the Vanderbilt game.
Vanderbilt game. I said, you want to come to the Vanderbilt game? He said, no, I can't get out. I got like too much. And then, I mean, I don't know if he's even been home. And then I just slowly get stuff. Like Laura's going, Aaron's here. We're at Creed. And Laura goes, Aaron's here. I was like, hey, do you want to go to the Vandy game? And he's like, you know how it is. He's already like a real parent lying. I'm stuck in it right now. And then everything I went to this weekend, Aaron has been there longer than I have.
Why didn't you want to go, Aaron?
I would love to have gone. It's just my wife and I are taking shifts. We had the
Why
weekend.
is your shift to leave the house? Like
She can leave the house too.
Yeah, but she probably doesn't. She doesn't. It's funny though that you go, let's do it in shifts. You agree. And she goes, all right, for my shift, I'm going to go sleep. And then you're like, all right, my shift, I'm going to go to Creed. And it's like, well, I didn't know that's what we were doing. I thought you'd still be home. And he goes, oh, no, I thought we're doing shifts. You can leave.
Yeah.
And you make her leave. No, Lucy, leave. And Lucy's like, I don't want to leave. I'm tired. All right, well, I'm going to go to everything else. There's a lot of stuff. You read the Nashville scene, see what's going on and just randomly pick stuff.
Well, I got tickets through my agent. I've been a Creed fan for a long time. I used to run a Creed fan website when I was like 9. So this is a full circle moment for me to see the band back together.
We could have, if you would let me know, you could have met him.
Did you go back and meet?
Yeah. I've met him. I know him.
Didn't you message Scott Stapp? And say,
I did message
John
Scott
Chris
Stapp.
said you're a great guy.
You know that I have a not a history, but a future with him.
With Scott Stapp.
Yeah.
But you insulted him.
Future.
Yeah.
I didn't insult him at all. What are you talking
He's
about?
like, John Chris said you're a good guy or whatever. And he's probably
That's
like,
an insult?
What's your future with him?
I'm just saying, I said, not a history,
Yeah.
but like I have,
I'll
I'm a
be
fan
seeing
of
him
Yeah,
soon.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But this is your fault for making me feel dumb. I texted you to see if you want to come to the Vandy game, and you gave me the I'm an idiot answer. I just had a baby. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
should have
you
said,
made me-
I got to be home
go,
today because I'm
yeah.
going to see Creed tonight. And
Yeah.
then he would have said, oh, you want to
Yeah.
meet him?
You go, no, I'm
Give
going to
some
see actually
details.
see Creed tonight. So I'm going to stay home tomorrow during the day because then I also have a show
Mhm.
tomorrow night. It's going to be a little too
you should
much.
have had
I can't
arms
be
wide
gone.
open.
Yeah.
You just lay out the facts for me.
Give some
And then I
details.
go, okay. And then I know what I'm dealing with.
Mhm.
Instead of
I'm
Laura
sorry.
in the middle of the concert. By the way, you could have sat with us. Dude, they set it up. We had an unbelievable, I mean, you were in a suite,
Yeah.
but we were just in this one section because it was sold out. And it was like just this one section that was closed off.
Yeah.
And so they let us just sit there.
Oh, that's
So, I mean, I was like no one's around us.
okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's anything and everything you would have wanted.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, the only thing that makes me feel good is that I did go talk to him and you didn't. So that makes me a little happier
yeah.
that you did not get something,
I'm sorry.
you know.
How was the show?
Well, I didn't need you to go to the Vandy game.
I know that I wanted to go. I wanted to go.
Show was great. 3 Doors Down, Creed. I
Three
love
Doors
the
Down
Creed too.
open. Yeah. Three Doors
Creed
Down
was me and Laura's first concert together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we so 24 years ago. It was like we
Man.
looked it up, yeah. And so that was our first concert in Knoxville. We saw him, and then drove back right after. But so yeah, so we were like Laura planned it. I didn't know they were here. I just haven't been able to see it. And then so I didn't know they were here. And then Laura had a plan. I was like, I would love to go. And so yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Watched a little side stage too. Could watch side stage.
You should have been there, Aaron.
Yeah,
You would
Thought I
have
was. dude.
Yeah.
should have been there.
yeah.
Oh man.
Well, regardless.
What
Had
was
a
it?
good
What was
time.
it like? What did the Creed people say to you?
Scott Stapp.
Yeah. What did he say so that we can
Yeah.
filter it through to Aaron?
Oh, he goes.
Did he mention Aaron?
No. He goes. I watch your podcast. I don't care for the big one. I go. That's crazy. I go. Why would you go, Scott?
Yeah.
I go, Scott. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he used to run a fan website.
Yeah.
for
I
you.
go. He's a big fan.
He's pretty intense on stage. Some of
Yeah.
the talking between songs is pretty intense, dude.
Yeah.
Like what? What would he do?
He said like, are you guys ready to go on a journey that teeters between the physical and the spiritual?
Oh.
It's
You're like, I don't know. actually.
No. You would
I mean,
love it.
I'd
You
like
would
to
love
hear
it.
the song.
It's
yeah.
he does it. It's they give a real testimonial kind of thing. 3 Doors Down and them, very Christian oriented. Very
Yeah, I've always
those
liked
guys have
both
been
of them.
So it's but you know it's funny to see is like as I mean I think they've always been like that, but as they get older too, you can see some bands like I feel like they're just they just were like, look, I'm getting back in front of people and like it's just you're seeing someone get older that goes, I want to. You know what? This needs to be different. I know when I was 20, I was not doing what I should have been doing. And then so you see someone get older. It is interesting to see them like, you know what? And I mean, everybody in the crowd was like on board with everything that they
100%.
Yeah. It wasn't like it felt like some weird kind of messaging. It was like, yeah. Everybody like listened. And so they were both like that. 3 Doors Down, I think, did it up top.
He said one thing kind of in the middle. I had no idea they were like that at all. He just was like, I don't usually talk. I just want to say one thing. And then
yeah.
About
did
the
that.
poison in our foods.
that's
Is that what he said?
No.
Oh.
Just trying to get Dusty on board with it. Yeah.
Well, I am on board.
No,
I
he
I've
would be
always-
on
you
board.
would've loved
He
it.
would have
You
loved
would've
it.
loved
I've always liked Creed. I've always liked Three Doors Down. I think they're great.
I think that's a great name for a band. Three Doors Down. Yeah.
Rolls off. They had some hits too. I
Yeah.
forgot how
Yeah.
many big songs they had. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's
And
what I did.
Mammoth.
That was my one thing
Yeah.
I got out of the house, and the rest has been
One
work.
thing.
Didn't you open
The rest
for
has been
Kathleen
work.
Madigan?
Everybody remembers the whole thing was I ain't working for the next. I'm off till next year.
I'm off on the road, but I'm doing stuff in town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
You make me feel like some deadbeat dad over here. I went and saw Creed for a couple hours.
yeah. Got out of
Sorry,
the house,
everybody.
had a
Yeah.
couple of drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was like, oh, you're gonna take me on a spiritual journey? Why don't I just go back
There
to
he
the
goes.
house?
He had a full
I want to
weekend.
hear somebody up here crying. I'll just go see my daughter.
You might have drove more than Brian did. We could see with the mileage on your car versus his car.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What about you, Dusty?
Okay, I went to Portland, Oregon, and I went to Seattle, Washington.
Two favorite cities.
Well, you know what? I want to say this. In
Yeah.
2017, I went to Portland. Loved it. I went last year, maybe 2 years ago, and I was like, whoa, something has happened here. And it was not as good. This time, it was like complete turnaround. I love Portland again. I'm back on board. People told me there that they've been really working to clean it up, do some improvements over the last year, and it was great. I walked around, went to some art stores. You know, I did the art. I went to a bookstore, an art store, the real artsy stuff that you expect in Portland. Had some coffee, and it was great. The show, I did 2 shows. They were great. Revolution Hall,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, you
old.
sold out a theater
Is that
too,
a,
so that probably
Yes.
makes the whole
Revolution
weekend.
Hall is it
Like
in
an
a
old
school?
high school,
High
yeah.
school. It's
Yeah.
a really cool gym.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And no, but I sold really well at Helium last year. I just felt like the city felt different.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it feels better. Portland's back, and it feels good. And then I went to Seattle, to the Neptune Theater.
Nice.
It was great, very nice. 2 shows. Seattle was great. Went downtown, didn't need to. I took a wrong turn, drove through downtown, but I got to see a lot of it. It was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Had a great time. My friends in Tacoma, Christy from Purpose Men came and they brought a crew, and it was great. I saw some old friends. Loved it. Had a great time.
Revolution Hall was the first time I ever tried an encore. Was in that.
Oh, yeah?
theater. Yeah. My manager was there, Alex, and he
5 years ago.
was it 5 years ago? Yeah. And then
Were you there, Brian?
No, I just know it.
he just knows. That's why he's always around, dude.
5 years ago, we went,
Everybody thinks I go hard on Brian. Brian's around a lot. Yeah.
I wasn't that, but I know 5 years ago, last week, it's when we went to DC and we went to PTI.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was only 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We went to watch PTI. I surprised him. You go tell me I don't do anything
Right.
for your old boy here.
Yeah, Brian likes to play the victim.
goes-
but he's
he
getting
plays the
some-
victim.
Yeah.
But I got Brian.
Brian goes,
His
"Aw,
favorite
everybody-
show- I mean,
Everybody's
all
so
of our-
mean to
yeah.
me. Yeah, yeah. Tony
Uh,
Kornheiser, you got
yeah.
to meet him.
Yeah, I say that all the time. But
Yeah. I got it. I surprised
Exactly.
him.
Don't say it. You sit there
You don't.
and
You sit there. You do it. But I took him
Mhm.
because I'm a thoughtful person.
Pensive.
And I'm pensive.
now here's how we got to PTI. We rented bird scooters, which I'd never
Yeah,
rode before.
that was very fun.
And well, no, it was terrifying.
I remember
Yeah,
this.
it was
And
very fun.
I-
I think I posted it.
I was covered in sweat because I was so nervous and scared. And
Yeah.
Nate's filming me. And by the time I got to PTI, like I'm just drenching because
You were
I'm
nervous
So,
riding
yeah.
the scooter?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's he goes. So it's my fault.
Yeah.
That's what- It's like my wife.
Yeah.
It's like a husband-wife relationship. You go, oh, it's my fault then.
Yeah. Because I didn't want to do it, but you were like, nope, this is going to be good content.
We did it for 2 seconds.
I'd love to see the video.
And it looked like me trying to get someone to ride a unicycle.
Yeah.
Like, where they were like, I don't know if I can get up. And
Yeah.
it's a scooter. You
Yeah.
stand there and just your life, just living life can make you stand straight on it. Just the fact that you've walked around Earth, you go like, oh, okay, I got it.
The start of
And then
this,
he was-
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Huh?
Sorry.
No, go ahead. I don't care. I thought, Anyway,
Portland and Seattle were great, though. I had such a great time. I've always loved going there, and I just was sad about the way it seemed like Portland had gone, and it seems like it's great now. And I'm excited.
all right.
I'm wondering if the last time I went, if my hotel was just not in a bad part of town and the club was in a bad part of town, because that was all I really saw.
I think the club's kind of downtown.
But I was downtown. I stayed downtown.
Yeah.
And it was great. I loved it.
That's good.
I mean, there's still some tents about.
Yeah, there's still some things going on, but
people love to camp, and you know what I mean. It's not a big
They're
deal.
very outdoorsy out there.
Yeah. Okay, let me tell you about our next sponsor, Vuori. Vuori is everything you need in clothing when it comes to working out or just lounging around. It is by far the most comfortable and best-looking thing I wear. Vuori is incredibly versatile and designed to look great in everyday life. I love to wear it when I'm traveling and recording this podcast. It is so comfortable, but also looks great. Everything is designed to work out in, but it can be used for almost anything. Swimming, training, yoga, and even weekend errands. So it's not just for that. It's perfect for everyday wear. I have some of the Dream Knit collection. I got the Ponto shorts and pants. They're super soft, lightweight, and they have a relaxed fit. It's my favorite thing to wear when I travel because they have the 4-way performance stretch, which helps with it being so comfortable. I was looking on their website for my next buy, and they even have Dream Knit Warm. Now that it's getting cold, that will be great. I do like Vuori, though. The pants are great. Yeah. I love the clothing. It's very comfortable.
Yeah, you're still on camera for these ad reads, right? All right, yeah.
Yeah, I do like it. It's it feels very good. And
no, it's the best.
I
wear the shorts every day.
I used to be jeans only when I traveled. I was a hard jean only guy, but I like the Vuori pants. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big travel and shorts guy, but I like the shorts to go to the grocery store.
But I wear the shorts every day. I wouldn't travel in the shorts. If you are, they're the best.
They're very comfortable. But the pants look good. Yeah. You don't even know that they're workout pants. Yeah. They feel like workout pants, but they look like I'm dressed up. Mm-hmm. Vuori is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they are offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vuori.com/Nate. That's VUORI.com/Nate. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to Vuori.com/Nate and discover the versatility of Vuori clothing. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
All right. Let's start with you guys' comments. Logan Stegall. The news of Nate's special filled me with so much joy. I'm 31. I've been going through cancer treatments since August. I have my 15th round of chemotherapy scheduled for Christmas Eve, which I've been immensely bummed out about. Hearing that I'll have Nate's special to watch during that round was the best news I could have asked for. Love the podcast. I save it for my weekly chemo rounds, and it helps me show up each week. Logan, it is actually going to come out on the 26th now. And that's, I have to break this news to you.
Sorry, buddy.
No, Logan, that means the world to me, buddy. And we're with you. Keep pounding.
Sorry you got to go through that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Brian Springham. I was at church on Sunday and noticed that the drummer was wearing a Dusty Slay hat.
All right.
I'm curious how this makes Dusty feel. Does he believe hats are okay in church? What about his hats?
I mean, I don't even know if I believe drums are okay in church, but yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean,
well, there's no way he wouldn't have a hat in your church because he wouldn't be there to play the drums.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But, I guess if you're going to be in a band in church and you're wearing a hat, might as well be mine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm into it.
I think you would allow people to wear your merch to your church.
Yeah.
Wolf T-shirt or
It's
a
nice.
having a good
It's
time
nice
hat.
stuff. It's nice.
It is
clothing.
high quality material.
Yeah.
Made in Honduras.
Exactly. That used to be my pitch. I used to really like. I was gonna say made in America, made in Honduras.
Yeah.
I used to play drums at church, believe it or not, and I borderline thought it was inappropriate that I was doing.
Catholics?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Typically, like a Catholic church, there'll be like one mass a weekend where they kind of modernize it a little bit.
Oh,
especially in Tennessee, there'll be like a fiddle player, a lot of guitarists,
You
and a
can
drummer.
play drums.
Yeah,
You play piano, drums. What else?
and
can
a
you play?
little guitar.
Yeah, that's great. When'd you learn all this?
Just played it growing up. Yeah,
All Creed.
all Creed. Creed got me into it for sure.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't wear a hat in church, Dusty. I'm sorry.
Well, I agree.
But if you do, make it a Dusty Slade hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're having a good time.
Somebody was wearing your hat on 60 Days In.
Oh yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen 60 Days In, the show?
Mm-mm.
It's where they embed people. It's like a reality show where they embed people into jail and see if they can last 60 days.
Oh wow.
And one of them was just wearing a "We're having a good time" hat. Do you have the picture
I was
somewhere?
gonna see if I could find it.
Yeah. I think I saw it on Twitter. It's crazy.
One of the
That is
actual
crazy.
prisoners.
I know. Was it one of the contestants?
Yeah, I think they were from.
Are they being watched? Like, do they know them if they're going to be, like, someone's going to try to get them killed or something?
Wait, what do you mean? Look at that.
It sounds dangerous.
That's
Right?
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Season 7, episode 9.
That's what he's wearing in jail?
No, that's probably what they wear to jail, and then
I
so
think, yeah, that's your outfit. I don't think that's the prison
so.
outfit. Yeah.
Where is it? What channel is this on?
It's on Netflix.
So it's they literally put them in a jail,
Mm-hmm.
and then they
They I don't know how real it is. I watched a season of this. I thought it was really entertaining, but they put people in a jail and then film them for 60 days and see if they last. A lot of people tap out, and I haven't watched it in a while. I didn't know
That's
there's
a good
7
hat,
seasons
though.
in.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good
it's
hat.
a sharp look.
Yeah. All right, Peter Reese. I think the next episode should be about how Aaron's harrowing experience with childbirth has turned him into an absolute savage in the best way possible. He's just calmly roasting people like it's his job.
Oh, thanks, Peter.
Like you're just
Idiot.
yeah.
Got him, dude. Got him.
I feel it's because you're out. You know, like you're. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it turns out you've been out.
Yeah.
I want to destroy this narrative that I've just been painting the town red. That was my one time out of the house, dude.
All weekend.
Other than work. You know, I had to
Yeah.
go do a gig. You know.
I mean, I
It's a
was
fun gig,
blown away. Laura goes, Aaron's here. What? What?
With this baby, it's a shift.
Yeah, it's a shift. He goes, can I take my baby shift out of the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kristen Fox, you go bring your baby like at probably cookouts and like, you know, like a
I'm gonna
dude.
get the headphones for it.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah.
You know. So
For
that-
it. For her, yeah. Kristen Fox, love the pod, but 2 burning question. Why does Brian always seem annoyed when things go off topic? That's just his personality. Number 2, what do y'all do at the end? It appears y'all get up and just abruptly leave. What really happens after the camera rolls? That's kind of it. We do get up. You've been sitting here for 2 hours, so you want to stand up.
Yeah.
What's left to say after 2 hours?
Yeah.
Too? You just talk to you look at each other right in the face for 2 hours.
I think she wants to visualize how quickly you get into your cars and drive away.
Oh, it's not that quickly. I mean, a lot of times, if depends. I've usually have to go, but it's not too quick. I don't know if it's ever been like a really run out, but you know, there's shows here too. So it's if there's a show's going on, you know, we could be staying here. Like tonight, I think we're all. I don't know if everybody is, but
Yeah.
we're staying.
Are you doing this show?
Yeah, I'm on a. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm
So,
hosting it.
Yeah, there's a Nateland live show tonight. And then it's yeah, so then we're gonna do this show, and then new material is also going on. So do 2. So and I'm gonna go up tonight.
I wonder if they think that you're like or we're like the Mythbusters guys. You know those guys that do the show, but they're like they don't like each other.
Oh, really?
And then like the
we
camera
are like
stops
them.
rolling, and they just. But on the show, they look like these are two best friends doing science experiments.
But
But
we
they're
know
like,
they're liars. Those guys are pretty well-known liars, I think.
Yeah. There's no one that you would see me on anything with that I wouldn't be hanging out with. I've been pretty fortunate to be like everybody that I've have done anything with. I talk to them pretty regularly.
You never faked it for an interview or something? Do you fake some chemistry with somebody?
No, I mean maybe in an interview I'm not saying but it's like like a lot of times when you do some interviews you don't know the person but I mean in general like us doing this I talked to him yesterday, I was texting you yesterday. I don't talk to you much or a little bit.
Yeah.
Dusty.
We're here and there.
Yeah, we're here and there. He texts. He's on the road, just doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Silky Joe,
require
I
as
talk
much
to.
attention as these guys do.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I'm very needy.
Silky Joe will be a little bit. Maybe there's a group chat we're in.
Yep.
Uh,
I'll write him a letter.
yeah. But so I think everybody really hangs out. When we were on the road, we came, hung out in Michigan.
That's true.
Mhm.
That is true.
Uh,
Joe was there.
Also, you sometimes pull up like a show or like a sporting event in the other room, don't you?
yeah.
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 Not here.
Not yeah. I invite everybody. I like people. I like everybody connecting. That's what frustrates me with the Creed thing is it annoys me that we were all in the same. There's another guy there I knew
Yeah,
that I was
Nate
annoyed.
invites us over to his house
Yeah.
and we go in the pool and you
Yeah.
can't even tell him that you're going to see Creed.
I would have been like, I would like.
Do you want me to just check whether you're every time I'm somewhere, just check whether you're there or not?
Be a good idea.
Maybe.
Because
in Bridgestone.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you're in Nashville.
Yeah.
You're out at Bridgestone. You know Nate's there.
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like I don't know.
Get some backstage passes and
You're doing a million things. You're doing.
I'm
movies
doing a
and
lot of
stuff.
things.
I don't want to. I don't want to bog you down with the minutia of my life. You know what I mean?
You text my assistant.
They
going to Creed.
Who'd you go to the Creed
Listen.
show with, though? That's the real question.
My buddy, a comic friend of mine.
Shane Willis.
No.
Who? You said Shane Willis?
I don't know who that is.
Shane Gill.
Oh, Shane Gillis. Bradley Hershey. Hershey. Hey, Bear. Just saw Dusty last night at Revolution Hall in Portland. The new Hour 20 is hot.
boom. Boom.
This is the same venue we saw Nate for the first time 5 years ago. So, Dusty, we'll see you at the Moda Center where the Blazers play in 5 years.
All right.
About that.
I guess you were at the second show. I did 2 shows, so I had to keep the first one tight. I didn't get to do that long.
Hour 10.
Mhm.
I had to keep, I had to keep,
Yeah.
I had to get the first one tight. I do think it was an hour 5, but
Yeah, there you go. You just tell the host, you know what? I'm just going to go up tonight. You're not going up. They go, we need to have the first show be tight. All right, so no host. I'll just walk out there.
yeah,
That's what you said you will eventually get to.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's what I
I
want to
could
do.
see it. I could see it.
A one-man show type
Yeah,
thing?
just 2 hours, go out.
2 hours.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
Hour and a half, 2 hours, you know?
I could see
Eventually.
it. It fits your personality to go out. Just walk out.
Yeah, kind of like
Colin Quinn does that. Colin Quinn goes out.
James Gregory would kind of do that too. A lot of places, just
Yeah.
the one man show, similar vibe. I
Yeah.
could see that.
Julian Turnwich. Yeah, Turnwich. Julian Turnwich. That sounds like a fancy name,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Like some money behind that.
Yeah. A lot going on with it.
Yeah. Although not an Atlanta Falcons fan, I was watching the Falcons Saints game and found myself cheering for Atlanta after our boy Nate Landman made a huge stop. I can't be sure, but I read his lips and I think he screamed, "Hey, Bear."
I can't believe Nate Landman is not is he not listened? Is he not reached out to the podcast?
He follows us.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, on
That's all we
Instagram.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
Yeah, we need to have him on in the off season.
Oh, yeah. He's killing it.
Then there's a UFC fighter, Nateland Weir or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Let's get them both on.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Trey Tryon.
He trying.
Yeah. That's what it says. Trey Tryon.
He trying to do something.
Yeah. Just saw where Nate is playing in the TNT golf match. Super excited to see Nate's golf game on display. Tell us more.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about this.
Yes. So November 21st, 22nd, TNT, stream on Max. I'm in the match Superstars. Ken Griffey, Michael Phelps, Wayne Gretzky, Blake Griffin, Charles Barkley, Wahlberg, Bill Murray, and myself.
That's an insane group of
It is
people.
an insane group of people.
The only person I couldn't recognize just off their face was Blake Griffin.
Oh yeah.
Everybody else,
yeah.
Everybody else, I could just name by looking at them.
Yeah. Yeah. It was awesome. We already shot it. I don't know if that's. I can't say anything about it.
Who'd you play with? Can you say that?
Yeah. Me and Blake Griffin played together.
Okay.
And then yeah. But it was a very fun. It was very, very fun. Very fun. I mean, dude, everybody's like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Blake's awesome. Like everybody's awesome. Like Charles Barkley is just so funny. Blake's very funny too. Gretzky's fun. They're all, yeah. It was Phelps, Griffey, Wahlberg, Murray.
Zimmerman, how would you describe Nate's golf game? You play with him a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. I would say Nate has a solid golf game. Solid golf game. Good off the tee.
He went from excellent to solid, though.
He's thinking about it more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot at my course at home. I'm gonna shoot 83. I get stuck at 83. I'm gonna shoot. I usually won't. I'll shoot in the 80s.
Okay.
Even if I go to somewhere we don't play, I'll shoot in the 80s.
What's fun about Nate is around the third hole he'll hit it in the trees, and then on the fourth hole he'll hit it in the fairway, and he'll be like, "Oh, you're in trouble now."
Yeah.
I think I fixed it.
Yeah.
And then the fifth hole, bunker, and then the sixth hole will be like, "I think I just dialed
I
it in.
just figured something out.
I think I just figured something out."
it
Oh,
out.
that's his catch. He's got a catchphrase on the golf course.
I just figured it out. He goes, "That was it. I knew that was it." Oh boy, don't let me figure this out. Yeah, it's been hit and miss.
Solid.
It's hard. It's been good. It's hard. Like mentally, it's hard just to be. You got to be in it.
No, he's a good golfer. We play with Tony Finau. I mean, he's playing with tour pros, and you got to be good to.
I
play
think
with tour pros.
I'm a better golfer than I think I am because I play with very good people. Joe's very good.
Are you a better golfer than you are to hang on the golf course?
Well, I don't know. That's. I think I'm a good hang.
No. I think you are too. But it's just some guys. They're like, he's bad, but he's fun to have around.
Oh.
You're like, you are good enough at golf that it's like you're good enough to just. You could be zero fun and it'd still be.
Yeah, but I don't think you would. My golf game is a question like that should not be asked to me. It would be asked like you in your golf
I
game.
think about it with me all the time. My game's horrible, so
Exactly. That would be the hang. But mine is good enough that like it would be.
But I'm saying to you with like a Tony Finau or somebody.
Well,
I know y'all are friends.
But even if I played with
I
him,
regret asking the question, but
it was
just,
a horribly worded question.
Well, I can tell
Guys,
you.
on
Is
thin
Nate
ice.
a bad hang?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can-
The way
Say
you
it.
worded it, it did seem like you thought he was a bad hang.
It did come out that way, but I think I've been given time to backtrack and explain it a little bit.
Well, I can verify. I don't play with him because of his personality.
Yeah,
That's for sure. Golf game.
That's not what I meant. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, the guy shoots an 83.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
83. I'm not even in the same universe as that. I'm saying
no.
my asset to a group
I think
has
she's
nothing to do
79.
with golf.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But you're good. I was trying to compliment you, and it didn't come out that way.
Yeah.
This will be my last podcast.
Yeah.
It's been fun, dude. It's been a good 4 years.
He's fun. He's fun. He gets gambling. He gets
Yeah.
conspiracy theories going.
Ooh.
He,
Some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Just talking about whatever. David Oakley. New York City is home to nearly 20 nesting pairs of Peregrine Falcons. Is that how you say it?
Peregrine. Falcon.
Peregrine Falcons. It is the largest population of urban peregrine falcon in the world. So there's a very good chance that as you are waiting in line for Hamilton tickets, the world's fastest bird is just overhead, rocketing across the sky at 200 miles per hour. That's crazy. 20 nesting pairs?
Is that true, Joe? That gets us into our topic
I just
today.
saw these birds.
Oh yeah, fastest animal in the animal kingdom, the peregrine falcon.
I just saw one of those.
Goes over 200 miles.
Is there
an
anything
hour.
else other than
You did?
Animal
Yeah.
Kingdom? Why do they say that?
Gatlinburg.
Why would you not say fastest animal on Earth?
Well, I could have said that as well.
Yeah, okay. Because it
Fastest
sounds like
animal
there's something else. You know, you're like fastest animal in the animal kingdom, and then you're like, well, what else? You're like, well, we're not counting.
Some of them aren't in the kingdom.
on Earth.
I would think they're all in the kingdom.
I mean, fastest animal on Earth is what I
Okay.
mean. Yeah.
All right, that's a good way to get into it.
Yeah.
What is a nesting pair? Just like a couple?
Oh yeah, they're
Okay.
they're a couple. They're
What is it about New York, of all places, that they like?
Yeah,
Never
He's gotta-
sleeps.
He's got to defend the falcon. It sounds like Where do they get off, Joe?
No, I just
well-
don't think of wildlife migrating to New York City.
Well, they like to be high up, so you get some tall buildings. That's as high as it gets,
Oh, okay.
and then you can look down at the park. But really, they often hunt other birds that are flying. So they just get up super high. Sometimes they'll be on the Statue of Liberty, and they just dive bomb other birds, basically knock a pigeon out midair, and then catch the pigeon as the pigeon is falling to the ground. So
And they just eat the pigeon.
So pigeons, yeah, probably a lot of pigeons.
So will they go long periods of time without ever touching the ground? If you can just eat without touching the ground, you just camp out up high.
I think they're usually very high.
Okay.
But they can't fly as high as the highest skyscrapers, can they?
They can. I believe they can.
They can
fly
get
that
to the
high.
top like the One World Trade Center?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow.
Is
but-
there a limit to how high birds can fly?
I know there is, because I know there's a vulture in Africa that has the record for the highest altitude, and I know some high flying airplanes were shocked to run into these vultures in Africa.
In the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They were at such a crazy altitude. Yeah.
Like 10,000, like they're at 10,000 feet or something.
Something
Yeah.
crazy. Something crazy like 11,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Griffins, the Ruppel's Griffin vulture, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. African.
And you just saw one of these falcons?
Yeah, in Kodak, Tennessee, there's a bird sanctuary that I went to, and they have one.
Nice.
Yeah. And I
Have
get
you
to see
seen
it
one in
fly,
New York,
but-
Joe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a peregrine falcon that there's a nesting pair that lives on the San Remo towers right outside of Central Park, and they just sit there and look at the park and wait to dive bomb.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like a squirrel or something?
yeah. There's some and there was one that was hanging out on the Statue of Liberty for a while.
And do they get kind of left alone? Like New York kind of likes it. Like it's like,
Oh yeah, people love them. People
yeah.
people always root for them to
Who's filming this?
Yeah.
people root super hard for them to successfully lay their eggs, but I know.
And how can they go so 200 miles an hour? Is that because they're diving?
because they're diving.
Yeah.
So it's not even really a fair thing. It's like, I mean, a giraffe could go 200 miles an hour if you dropped them out of a plane.
No.
What's the?
I don't know that.
I mean, I think that's the same thing. What's the difference? If I threw a shark out of a hot air balloon, it's going to hit 200 miles an hour.
I think the fact that it could also stop and control itself is part of it.
I mean,
It's like Superman.
Fun.
but it's still just fun. Well, any bird could go 200 miles if they could go that high. Can they not go that high?
Not
What,
any
can they
bird,
not breathe?
Not any bird can control themselves shooting down at that, because they have to be aerodynamic.
But I would say it's a loose. If I'm in the animal kingdom and someone goes, they're the fastest, I would be, and you're like a cheetah. You're like, well,
Because
he
I
goes,
think
he goes, they're the fastest, like kind of like falling.
on skates.
He goes, we could go 200 miles an hour. You're like, and I would say exactly what I said. He goes, I go 200 miles if you throw me out of an airplane. And I would say it like off to the side. I go 200 miles an hour. He goes, you're trying to run on the ground? That would be.
Well,
I
just to
agree.
be fair, peregrine falcons aren't bragging to people about their species.
As far as you know.
Yeah, sounds like they
Yeah,
are.
I mean, as far as you know.
I think
Sounds
I
like
did
they are. They
read.
go to the biggest city in America
set up on top of the
and go
biggest-
sit on top of all our fancy buildings,
Yeah.
and then they go. All birds are like, no, we're gonna go in the
and then
woods.
knocking out pigeons while
Yeah.
they're flying. Pigeons just trying to eat the scraps, just trying to survive out here.
Yeah.
I think I did read that they're not the fastest bird flying horizontally. It is because of the dive.
Oh, there we go,
So-
Joe.
What-
Is
what's
it
faster?
golden eagle?
I can't remember. It was a bird I never heard of, but
Some sort of albatross, golden eagle?
I don't know. But
Oh.
I think I read
Albatross.
that. So there are 11,000 species of birds.
One more. You got Joe.
I got a fun fact about peregrines.
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Two fun facts. Extra eyelid, because they're flying so fast that,
Oh
that
wow.
if they blink, they'll run into stuff. So they have an extra eyelid that a membrane that blinks, and they can still see through the membrane.
What are they going to run into?
Yeah.
You're
Like
flying in
bugs
the
and
sky.
stuff.
Well, it's like if you're racing an Indy 500 going 220 on the racetrack, you can't close your eyes for very long.
Yeah, but what are you going to
Yeah,
run
what are
into?
you going to
in the
run into in the
sky?
sky? Like you're not.
You're already running into
Yeah.
pigeons.
I think it involves controlling their direction when they're trying to hit a pigeon
Yeah,
midair.
it's a overkill.
And can see a mouse on the ground from 2 miles away.
Wow.
Wow.
Vision,
Wow.
good vision.
2 miles straight up.
2 miles, away from a
That's
building.
like vision. That's
Oh.
like
2 miles away on the ground, looking straight out, or above, looking down.
They're in the
I think
subway.
a little bit of a diagonal.
I was thinking
a
diagonal.
combination of
Okay.
up
Or
high
above.
and
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like they're not standing in the street.
Well, they would say
looking-
like, could we see? What could I see 2 miles away?
a mount. Well,
A
a
building?
big hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bus, school
s-
bus.
You see school bus, yeah.
Yeah. So
Huh.
it's not that impressive. Because for this size, I mean, because it's not.
I mean, could you see a school bus from 2 miles away?
Yeah. Do it all the time.
Straight shot. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Because I'm only allowed to be 2 miles away from school bus. Sorry, that was the joke. This is a joke that one of y'all should have done. But I guess I'll take it.
Birds are in the dinosaur family. They're the only known living dinosaurs. Their closest living relatives are crocodiles. Dusty, do you want to say anything?
Well, that's just ridiculous. I know that everybody says that, but that's just ridiculous. Anyway,
Joe?
Alligators look like dinosaurs. To
I
me.
would give alligators, yes. Alligators, yes. Birds, it's just ridiculous.
Dinosaurs had feathers, they said.
Well, that's what
so
they-
a bird would
that
look
came out of
like-
nowhere. That was like,
yeah.
it was like they didn't have feathers. Then it was like one Jurassic Park movie. They go, I think they had feathers, or like someone said. Then like,
Did they in the Jurassic Park movies have feathers?
No,
all of a
I
sudden? Yeah.
There,
don't
what
know.
the guy did say that was his
The
thing.
expert had a hypothesis.
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
like it feels like they go, what will they believe? Will they believe this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell them they had feathers.
Yeah,
Tell
it's
them
like
they're
out of nowhere.
tell them they're related
It's
to
like-
birds.
It's like it's funny to be like you're just kind of going with like what we have,
Uh-huh.
and then it's just like that. It's like, well, they have feathers, and you're like, are we just bored talking about dinosaurs?
And they act like we were dumb for not knowing that.
Yeah,
the
like I
whole
wonder if you
time.
get to a point where you go, "There's all right, we've done dinosaurs," and they're
Yeah.
like, "We need to get them going again." You're like, "What if they had feathers?" And you're like, "Ooh," and you
thi-
throw that in. Now you're now like, so they all have feathers? Then so all our dinosaurs are all wrong.
The thing that bums me out is they say we don't know the color of the dinosaurs at all. So they could have been like bright pinks and purples and reds for all we know.
Hmm.
I wish
Probably
we,
not.
I wish we knew that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, certain animals
Yeah.
like cardinals are bright red.
Yeah, but I would think a big dinosaur needs to blend with the trees,
You know, there's zebras. You know,
I would think that'd be the opposite.
huh?
They're the ones that can dominate. They don't need to blend.
Well, it depends on which one. I think Tyrannosaurus Rex could have a tuxedo on.
maybe yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it was a mating advantage. Maybe it was
Yeah.
a mating advantage to be bright, hot pink. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, flamingo.
Would they ever find out what color they are? I guess.
I sure hope so. I would like to know.
Yeah.
Don't count on it. I mean, they may tell you one day. But,
They're gonna tell you.
How would they
Just
know?
because- see it.
You'd have to have actual skin.
Oh, they're going to tell you, Joe.
Yeah.
They're going to tell you.
You know what we all need to get more of? Get off our butts and get into some action. And it's fun to do that with Mountain Dew. With bold flavors and a refreshing citrus kick, Mountain Dew will get you off the sofa and have you feeling like you're charging up the side of an actual mountain. A mountain where the weather's perfect, your friends are ready to hang, and a full day of epic games are happening. Can you imagine? I can. Check out all these flavors. Original, Baja Blast, Code Red, Voltage. My personal favorite is the Baja Blast. Remember, you could only get it at Taco Bell. Now you can get it in a can. Incredible. What a time. What a country. When I get to go on tour, especially with Nate, we love to play games. If we're performing in an arena, there's usually a basketball goal nearby. I dominate for an hour like I always do. And then I have a refreshing Mountain Dew afterwards. That's always the best part. Look, this drink is good. Enjoy it. You're going to like the taste. You know, you've had a Mountain Dew before. You know what we're talking about. It's a good, Dusty, sit this one out.
Remember when you fell off the side of that mountain?
I did fall off a mountain.
If you had
before.
Mountain Dew, you wouldn't have fell off.
Well, I had a Mountain Dew when I got back to the car.
Yeah.
You had
needed to recharge.
I had to wash it
The Dew's
down.
what made him slip, though.
The mountain is calling. You should answer. Grab your friends, grab an ice cold Mountain Dew wherever refreshing beverages are sold, and do the do.
What's the most, I know you probably know, Dusty, the most common bird in the world?
Oh, I
Hummingbird.
have no idea.
Hummingbird.
Chicken.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't even think
yeah.
of.
Feels
I didn't
like
even
a
think
trick
of chicken.
Trick
question.
question. Because
Well,
that's not
I
a
guess
wild
It's
bird.
not a fun answer.
That's a domestic bird.
I guess you guys are just all done.
Oh, it's not a wild.
I don't count.
So
I
there
don't-
you go.
I don't count
But
domestic.
there are wild chickens, right? But
that
Called turkey.
It is the
he's not
domestic
talking
chicken.
about wild chickens.
he's not talking about wild chickens.
It's
As-
a bird. I just asked a bird.
As a bird watcher, do you mark off chicken?
No,
It's not even on the list.
if you see it in the wild and it's
Yeah.
running around, you might mark down chicken,
Tampa, Florida?
but it'll be listed as feral if it's a chicken in the wild because
Okay.
it's not a wild animal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'd be like a stray chicken.
So what's the most common bird outside of that? Pigeons?
That would be my guess. Pigeons.
Doves.
Ooh.
They're in the pigeon family.
But or pigeons, like they're in New York is where you see them, and I guess cities. But then
Well,
you're like, are
they-
they in?
What is just like a regular bird?
What's
That's
the
only a
most
dumb
regular
question.
bird?
Just like you
A
look in the
blackbird.
tree. Just like a bird, just a nothing, whatever bird.
A gray catbird,
Catbird.
yeah.
That seems like a little bit more than what he's asking for.
a starling.
There's a grackle. They roll in packs.
But is blackbird, is that a
talking about
type
like-
or is that just,
There's types of blackbirds. There's a red-winged blackbird. You're thinking of a crow or a raven, I think,
Hey, I would think a crow
or a star,
yeah.
or you're a starling. Starling's
That's what I would think of a crow.
Starling's a basic bird.
Raven,
Okay.
yeah, crow or raven.
Sitting on the telephone
Dock
pole.
of the bay.
That, yeah. That's a starling up there.
Well, there's a lot of birds that sit on telephone poles.
but you know what I mean? Like
I'm
just
looking for just the basic cookie cutter
Yeah.
entry level bird.
Maybe a
Oh.
mockingbird.
You walk outside.
Mockingbird, yeah.
You walk outside. What's the first bird you're probably going to see?
Robin.
Could be a cardinal
mockingbird.
too. Cardinals are all over,
Yeah.
right?
But I notice when I see a cardinal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go,
Yeah.
oh, that's red.
yeah.
Robins are everywhere too.
Robin.
When you're seeing birds flying south and there are just tons of them flying, what are those?
Parakeets.
Tons of birds flying south would just be whatever species is
It
migrating
could be anything.
that
What-
week.
do you have
yeah.
the answer?
Of what?
The most common. What's the most common bird?
He didn't
Chicken.
Yeah, he didn't.
But
Look,
you don't have the real one?
he didn't look anything up. He just wrote questions down to ask Joe.
I thought that's why Joe was
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I had the answer. It
Joe,
was
you're
chicken.
the Wikipedia this week.
The passenger pigeon was North America's most abundant bird
Mm-hmm.
from the 16th century until it went extinct around the turn of the 20th century.
What happened to it?
Hunters
them.
killed them.
Killed them all.
The last passenger pigeon, George and Martha, died in the Cincinnati Zoo.
I think it was probably people starving. I feel like when you say hunter, it makes it seem like they were just targeting. But I
Yeah,
bet
I think
that
they
people were starving to death.
There are so many that they were. But you know, even as a bird, there's so many of you. We'll get together
Yeah.
and make more of you.
Yeah, I read online they're very cordial birds. They're not afraid of you, so they kind of blamed them for their dying off because hunters were killing them, but they kept
That's what happened. Yeah.
coming around.
You talking about the passenger pigeon?
Yeah.
That's also what happened with the dodo bird.
Classic dodos.
Dodos had no predators on their island, so they just ran up to you real happy. And then
Wow.
they tasted good.
Adapt or die.
So passenger pigeons were so plentiful that they would sometimes block out the sun
Mm.
because they were so abundant.
So we had to kill some of them.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was from AI. I thought it was very funny the way they wrote it. In 1855, a flock of passenger pigeons passed over Columbus, Ohio, casting a growing cloud that blocked out the sun. The event caused panic in the city, with children running for home, women seeking shelter, and horses bolting.
Oh, yeah.
There was
AI's kind of sexist.
There was I just saw a tweet. I just saw a tweet about somebody recorded passenger pigeons flying overhead, blacking out the sky for something like 9 straight hours, and they calculated that was 2 billion birds.
Wow.
So
when was that?
Where was that at?
1800s.
And
like
you watched
Columbus, Ohio, or something.
You watched it. What is that not where you just said?
I said Columbus, Ohio. I didn't know.
There was a tweet that was specific about the hours that
I
it
know,
flew
but I
by.
think you're
Probably talking about the same
literally
one.
Just talking about the same thing. I don't know if you listened to him.
I was just giving a number, 2 billion.
Mhm.
No,
I was just adding on.
no,
2
but
billion.
then you go, where was it? You go, I think Columbus, Ohio, and you're like, well, that's funny.
I think
'Cause the thing that Brian just read was a story about Columbus, Ohio.
I think the
in the
women were
1800s.
seeking shelter.
Yeah.
The horses were bolting.
Mhm. You added some facts to it, though.
2 billion birds. If you have 2 billion birds, how are they in what, 1855?
Yeah.
And they're already gone. When was the last one?
Like 1900.
Come on. 2 billion. They killed 2 billion birds.
That was one flock.
Yeah.
I know. So 2 billion birds, and by 1900,
Not even the Great Depression.
yeah,
They were gone before the
They were
Depression.
gone before then.
2 major causes: commercial exploitation of pigeon meat on a massive scale, and
That
loss of
sounds-
habitat.
I'd say loss of habitat is the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still find that hard to. 2
I don't see
billion's
a lot
a
of
lot.
Commercial pigeon.
That's a lot of birds.
I think the world was a crazy different place.
Get yourself a pigeon burger.
I know it's crazy different, but I mean, it wasn't as many people. So how could you? That's everybody gets a bird that's alive. How
Yeah.
could any? I don't know how you could kill off in 50 years. I don't know how you could kill 2 billion birds.
Yeah,
Can
it's
you
crazy.
can you Google that? How do you kill off
Yeah, how do you kill 2 billion
Yeah.
birds?
in 50 years?
I think loss of
I mean,
habitat.
I would need 1 billion of them like flew into a plane.
Cats cause 1 in every
Oh.
1.4 bird deaths. So I
Yeah.
bet cats were involved.
Cats are involved in a
Wind
lot of it.
turbines, alternative energy, probably. played a
Maybe
role
it
in
had to
this.
be like weather or like a virus, or it had to be something.
I
That's
agree.
too many birds to go. Like we just shot them.
Or maybe they just overestimated how many there were, and the birds
That's
just
true.
flew to another
Yeah.
place.
Mm.
Maybe the birds flew to Mexico or Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just like, they all died because they're not in America anymore.
They might as well be dead. then.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you ever do quick bathroom breaks?
Yeah, you can go.
You can do it.
We don't do them,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know,
Be a perfect
I would
spot
never
for an
disrespect
ad.
a show like that. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you name every subscription you have? Of course not. It'd be insane if you could. And over 74% of people can't do it either. They have subscriptions they've forgotten about. With Rocket Money, you don't have to remember every subscription or worry about forgetting any because they're going to be all laid out right in front of you. Rocket Money, as you know, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. I've used this app for a long time. I love the dashboard. I love being able to see your month's spending compared to last month. You can put together a budget, and they'll help you keep your spending on track. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you do not use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Nate. That's rocketmoney.com/Nate. rocketmoney.com/Nate.
I want to get into
Go.
when did you
Go
get
back.
into bird watching?
Hey, how about the guest asking to break up the podcast for a bet?
Insane, dude.
Let me tell you what, that is what I would use that video to describe Joe Zimmerman. That's Joe Zimmerman in a nutshell. I've had a few, I can't remember the other one I had, but that's
Weak bladder. That's how you describe it.
because
good golfer, weak bladder though.
Joe is fine being the one out of that's not in this group to go, you guys mind if I stop the thing
Yeah, but
that I got asked to be on?
You don't know how long I held it for, though.
Why did you go before?
He said he likes birds, but I think he's going
Yeah.
into the woods to pee.
I
And you got some candy. And now you're eating candy. You got another drink and candy. Like, just let us know when you want to get started, Joe. We're here for you.
A Mounds bar.
We're talking about birds because of you.
What a bad candy bar the Mounds
I
is.
agree.
I don't. Well, yeah,
I
you
agree.
like-
At least
he
have the
likes
decency to
Mounds.
eat something good.
my blood sugar was dropping.
Is it why do you like Mounds?
I like the Almond Joy a lot more than this Mound.
There's almond joy in there too.
Yeah, just keep going.
I got the Almond Joy, and I just wanted to compare it.
There's not enough. There's not enough almond really in the almond joy.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of joy.
I would love more almond
Yeah.
in the Almond Joy for sure, but
Yeah.
the Mound, not a fan.
On
of the
Halloween, you were like a great kid to trade with because, like, when some kids like, I don't want all these, you're like, well, those are my favorite, are the ones you're throwing away.
Yeah. Ooh, I'll trade you all
Yeah.
my Snickers for your Biddo honeys.
Yeah. You go, oh, that sounds like,
Oh,
I don't even think
Snickers,
that's a
huh?
fair trade for that guy. All right, I'll do it.
While you're eating, can I ask you some questions about bird hunting? I mean, bird watching, excuse me.
Bird hunting. How dare you?
You ever been bird hunting?
You ever killed a bird?
I have. Yeah. Oh, yes.
I know you've killed.
You looked at
dozens,
me.
yeah.
Brian looked at me.
I just figured Dusty would be the only one that maybe has been bird hunting.
But I didn't know if this like a passion for birds started with you hunted them or
No, I don't think I've killed anything other than a Asian lanternfly bug.
What is that?
It's an invasive species in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah, invasive. We got
Falcons can't see those.
We got a problem with the Asian lanternflies coming up the northeast, and they're ruining crops. And the headlines have said, please, when you see a lanternfly, please stomp on it, please kill it.
these spotted ones right here.
Are they coming from California?
Yeah, they came over on shipping containers from Asia,
Oh boy.
and they're all over the East Coast.
Is that why you keep a rolled newspaper around in your back pocket? Everywhere you go?
We've been stomping on them for 4 years now in New
Yeah.
York City.
These things are just calling it a spotted lanternfly.
Well, they came from Asia. I shouldn't have said that they were called the Asian spotted lanternfly, but they did come over from Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know a guy that got in pretty trouble for that. All right.
Now, I've learned some terms from my research here. I want to ask you about. There's bird watching and there's birding.
Right.
What's the difference?
Well, birders say birding. So I think it means when you go out with your binoculars and specifically try to see wild birds. And bird watching, I think, could mean just watching from your window.
So birders are more serious about it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Would you call yourself a birder?
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're super serious. It just means you're going out looking for birds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you taking pictures
It
or you're
means-
just trying to get a look at
No,
them?
I think it means you're either retired or you haven't found your spouse. And I think if you're in between of those two things, it's like you're living a life, and then but it's really, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you that. I would have guessed that there was no difference. Is there a difference that you found?
Well, this just says bird watching's ambiguous term used to describe the person who watches birds for any reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
And birder is the acceptable term used to describe the person who seriously pursues the hobby of birding, maybe professional or amateur.
I'd say
Yeah.
a birder made up those two terms.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting paid for it. That's for sure. I don't know who's doing it professionally.
What about twitching?
Oh, twitching. That's the itch. That's the itch when you got to feed that itch to see a new bird.
Yeah. It means it's a British term, the pursuit of previously located rare bird. In North America, it's more often called chasing.
Yeah.
You go chasing?
Like when you're really going to look for something.
It's like when you have this itch to see a new bird.
Yeah.
And you're like, I got to get a new bird on my list.
Man,
Yeah.
I could say I've never felt that. What does that feel like? Do you have that? Do you have an itch to see a new bird?
You've never felt that for anything or birds?
For birds specifically.
I don't know if I've felt.
Borderline the other thing too.
Yeah, I don't know if I've felt it for the other thing either. Like
Scott Stapp.
I've had an
You always
itch,
wanted to meet him.
You've had an itch to like change. I've had an itch for food,
Yeah, hunger.
but like Yeah, I don't know if I've had if like God, I need to get another bird. Like if it was, I would think if it was a professional bird hunter, like you could have and be like, I got to get more bird, but that would be because your career is going to end. I don't know if I would call that. Oh, you got the itch to kind of try to keep your livelihood going.
The twitch.
Well,
the twitch.
If you ever collected anything,
Okay.
it's like you get to see when you see a new bird, you get to add it to your list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel that dopamine hit probably.
Mhm.
And do you compare lists with other birders?
I have a list on ebird.org. I'm
Okay.
happy to show it to you.
Okay. And you like, do you have,
Can we pull it up?
yeah.
I'd like to see it.
I would be absolutely delighted to show you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can we pull it up?
Sure, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, do it on your phone so no one can see it.
You gotta give me a minute.
ebird.com.
Yeah, can he log into it?
I have it logged. I can log in right here. I'm already logged in.
But we want to see it.
But we want to
as well.
see it on the TV.
Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out my password.
I saw on August 10th, 2023, you saw 2 different species in Auckland.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow, you found it?
That was
I
with
just
Nate.
found one list. You saw the brown quail and the Australia's Asian gannet.
This is Joe Zimmerman.
For some reason, I'm public on 2 species.
Yeah,
That's
you're
right.
on eBird. It says
I went public on 2 species.
Joe Zimmerman, relationship complicated.
That's so.
You've been using this for years here.
That's strange that it's just 2 birds listed. But yeah, Tearai. I saw those with Nate. Nate was there. Nate was present.
I saw him too.
Yep.
Yeah. Nate said when he came back, he
Nate
said
remembers the quails.
Yeah.
you got into it as much as a person could get into it. It was for some.
I took Joe
along the ride.
specifically because I knew this was the craziest place to go see
To go bird watching.
Mhm.
to see birds.
And you saw 2.
And we went out. We took him out.
Oh, we saw,
You saw 2.
We saw
species.
right off the plane. We saw like their pigeon right there alone. Just you knock off 5 birds at the airport.
Is this a count right here, Joe? So you saw 50 brown quails?
yeah, there were a bunch on the golf course. I estimated 50. It's probably more than that.
Oh, so it's not exact. This is an estimation.
Yeah. How many birds have you seen?
About 230 total species,
Okay.
and 70 of them were in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can you plug it in?
It's a
See,
big
here you go.
chunk,
Here's the total list.
Can you
Can you
plug
send
that
me
thing?
that link?
Oh no. Yeah.
I can actually. Yeah, but we're not going to get the recording. for
Yeah.
this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But you see right there, and
Yeah.
you can see
Yeah,
it.
I can see it.
238
238 species
Huh?
observed.
How many did we knock off in on that trip?
I believe 75
Yeah.
in Australia and New Zealand. So that's a big chunk of
I
them
mean, that's
That's crazy.
in 2 weeks.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now-
I would be starting at 75,
So
but I don't remember 'em. You remember every one of them?
We saw all 75. No, I listed them here, so it's easier for me to recall them.
Do you have
but
an app?
yeah, this is
Yeah,
eBird.
that's-
This is
No,
the
no, where you
service
can
right
like you hold it up, take a picture, and it tells you what kind of bird it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that. no.
Oh no.
That'd be pretty nice. Like Shazam for birds.
Plants have it.
Yeah,
They
how
have
do
it for
you know?
plants.
Well, we had a bird guide. We had a professional Australian
Oh.
bird guide that told us what they were. That helps.
Oh, okay. So he could have told you anything.
They had birds sitting like we went out and there was like these like places you would go sit inside that's like wood that's covered like a shed and you'd have a little slot and you go see some birds
Yeah,
there.
and some Australians would be
We
like,
did a specific day that was just
Mhm.
going to see birds.
Are you trying to 100% the world? Is that like a goal, or 100% a particular region?
Well, nobody's ever reached all 11,000 birds.
Oh,
Do you know what the record is?
Around 10,300.
I mean, that's so
crazy.
close to get to 11,000.
And earlier this year, Peter Kastner became the first birder to log over 10,000 species.
It's close, but it's still like
Yeah.
1,700.
No, well, 11.
to-
That's 700 birds away though.
I mean,
That's pretty close though. Can he just go knock on? Why can't you?
but how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it 4 years. I
So
only
in
got
4
two.
years, only at 270,
Yeah.
230.
Yeah, but he's not doing this guy.
Well, so that the problem is every bird you see on your list, the next bird is probably more rare. So he's got the last 700 are like the rarest
There's
birds.
probably 2 in the world or something.
and they're on remote islands. That's why it's hard.
Yeah.
He's got to take some ferry 4 hours
If you
to an island.
if you hear a bird but don't see it, does that count?
The hardcore bird professionals count it, but I don't count that. I have to see it to
You gotta
count
get
it.
Because he's a watcher, not a birder.
Yeah,
And
I'm
if you're a watcher, you
Right.
gotta see it.
I got to
Right.
see it.
You think there's a lot of loose counting of birds, like where you go, like, yeah, I saw it.
Is this all just on the honor?
Yeah, that's what I was
system?
about to ask.
Like
It is 100% honor system.
you've never
Yeah.
challenged another birder on their.
But the leader, that guy that's leading,
Yeah.
they'll do like official recordings.
Okay. He has to get a picture of them.
No, like audio recordings.
Oh, audio.
Yeah.
Better than a picture?
And alibis. Like he'll be with 3 people that can confirm as well.
Okay.
Oh, it's like a hole in one at a golf course.
It's like a hole in one.
Yeah.
It's exactly like a hole in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they do the honor system because they realize no one really cares.
The craziest honor system is there's a 24-hour race where groups compete to see the most birds in 24 hours in the Northeast. And these groups fight for 24 hours to identify the most birds. And that is totally just them saying they saw the birds.
Yeah.
And they're competing.
I couldn't do that one. I would just be like, you didn't see that.
You'd be like, "Yeah, I didn't see
You
that."
go,
Yeah,
where
I
did
don't-
you?
Yeah, I don't
you
believe
go,
that you saw
really?
it. Yeah.
You saw that, huh?
If I were trying to see the most birds in a 24-hour period, where would I want to be in the world?
Yeah.
Probably the rainforest in South America.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just walk through there.
A
And
lot of different
But wasn't New
parrots.
Zealand and Australia? Or,
So yeah,
Some rare
Australia,
ones.
Australia, New Zealand's another big one because, like I said, we saw 70 in a couple hours.
Oh, so that's crazy to see 70.
What's like the
couple
rarest
hours? I don't know.
rarest bird?
That one day we saw like he counted like 65. That
Oh
one day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy in one little area.
Mhm.
Is there one bird known as the rarest that it's the hardest to spot?
The rarest bird. Well, there's a couple Lazarus species where they thought they were endangered for 70 years, and they found that they're still alive. There's
Doing
one.
great.
There's one in Australia, the something parrot,
Mhm.
that took a guy weeks camping out all night with audio equipment to prove that it was still there because it only comes out at night, and it.
It's like a
the
Bigfoot
freaks
of
come out.
birds.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that.
So that parrot in Australia, I forget what it's called, but that was the one I would say.
Now, Dusty, you said birds migrate to Hermitage.
Well, they said my neighbor told me that our area is a bird sanctuary. And I've seen a lot of birds just in my neighborhood that I don't see when I just go out and about. Like even in McMinnville, where we're at, it seems like there's less birds than in my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I see a ton of birds.
Have you ever done bird watching?
No. I mean, I sit in my backyard and I got a bird identifying book,
Mm-hmm.
and I sit in the backyard and I look at them, and then most of it was
Get
done.
on with your life.
Most of it was done during COVID when I didn't have kids or any gigs,
Yeah.
and I was just sitting there. And
Kind of right where Joe's at.
That's exactly when I got into it. Was
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah. So I like it. I'm into birds. I got a bunch of bird feeders at my house. I like feeding them. I like when I see a bird back there that I don't see a lot. That's fun. But, I'm
Yeah.
not.
What's your coolest backyard bird, Dusty?
I don't know.
Bats, does that count as a bird?
I don't know. But we got like a woodpecker, like a red-tailed woodpecker.
Red belly?
Yeah.
Red belly?
And,
Not bad.
Tails
That
red,
comes
too.
a lot.
Not bad.
My favorite bird, I like the eastern bluebird. We get a lot of those. I've watched an eastern bluebird fly and catch an insect midair
Yeah.
in my backyard. Those are cool. There's the tufted titmouse is what it's called.
Sure.
And it's a good one. I like those. Doves I have doves that keep nesting out my front door.
Oh, yeah. I saw those when I
Yeah.
was over there.
And those are great. I love the sound that doves make. I thought it was an owl. It's a real fun sound.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
I like an
Doves.
owl.
I'd love to have an owl.
Yeah, we had an owl.
Owls are the best. You had an owl?
Mm-hmm.
Are you in favor or are you indifferent to people having birds as pets? Has birding changed your opinion on that at all?
I wouldn't say I have an opinion about parrots as pets. I haven't seen a lot of research on parrots as pets.
But all birds, any birds? It's always felt weird to me to just have it in a cage and where it can't fly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of birds in the wild. I don't know if it's a rescued bird that can't be in the wild. Then, then that's different. I don't know the situation.
Okay.
He wants to know this. Yeah. That is the reasonable answer, but it is funny to go, he just needs to know the situation. He goes, what's the situation? He goes, all right, well, this is a bird, healthy bird. This one got hit by a car. He goes, okay.
It's a strange, I know bobcat goldthwait has a couple ducks. I don't know how to.
Oh, a duck.
But that's a domestic bird, so.
Duck's got to be up there on most common bird.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at the top 10.
Yeah.
A chickadee is another one that I like. You have these little they're little white and black birds, little bitty.
Chickadee titmouse?
No, just like that. I love those. Those come around. A lot of cardinals, a lot of robins. Female cardinals, a lot of people, everybody always just counts the male cardinal, which is the red, but the female cardinal, gray, bit of an orange beak. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Just so everybody knows, I prepared a game show for you of recognizing common bird calls.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd like to play.
Yeah.
I thought you'd enjoy
You want to save that for the end? Or?
Yeah, I just want you guys to know. I just want to tease it.
All right.
So you know it's coming.
Stick around, everybody.
How are we going to play it?
I got all the calls right here.
Okay.
And then the winner gets $20.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I got little buzzers, little squeaky toy buzzers.
Oh, can we?
He gets
Are you
$2
gonna
back, 10%.
Hear it though?
Yeah, the bird call, you'll be able to hear it.
The podcast is,
we're not doing this just for us. There's actually there's real people on the other end of this.
I'll play the bird call so that you can hear it and it'll be in the microphone.
Wait, up to the microphone. Okay. All
right. And you'll definitely hear the buzzers because they're squeaky.
Yeah, the game is for after the podcast.
Okay, yeah.
I got a really funny story I'm going to tell you guys right after this podcast.
John James Audubon was one of the first people to attempt to paint and describe all the birds of America.
Is that the Audubon, like the road? Isn't that called Audubon?
In Germany?
Yeah.
Right?
No, this is the Audubon Society, which is the.
But isn't the road Audubon?
I thought that too. Yeah.
Maybe he made a bunch of money.
As fast as you can.
Made a bunch of money off the road.
No
got
speed
into painting.
limit. Autobahn.
Oh, Autobahn. You're talking about the Autobahn.
And what's this dude's name?
Autobahn.
Audubon.
Otto, OTTO?
AUD.
AUDUBON.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's just
the same thing. Just spelled a little.
No, he spells it. Oh yeah, Otto. No, I was like, oh wait a second.
This is Adu and
Yeah.
Audubon.
I bet that's I bet he gets that all the time, dude.
Very similar.
I guarantee you. He goes, I'm Audubon. You go, oh wow, dude, that's your road. He goes, no, because he actually has something too.
Yeah.
It's not the frustrating where he doesn't have anything.
He's got nothing going on.
Goes,
No, he has stuff.
No, I have a big thing going on. He goes, I was the family we first painted all the birds. And you go, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
You go, but have you ever been to the Autobahn where you can drive?
Yeah. He's
You go, do you know that guy? Because I would like to meet that guy.
You can't even go to Europe.
You can drive as fast as a Peregrine Falcon on the Autobahn.
Yeah. I would love to go do the Autobahn.
Say it just like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty fun. I mean, you think you go 200 miles an hour.
Yep.
I think, it's got to be, I bet it's intense.
Yeah, you go right past the Swiss Alps.
I bet when you're on it, it's, intense because you're like,
Yeah, it's beautiful. The Swiss Alps you can see them from 2 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Like a school bus.
Yeah, you see a school bus. I bet you see a school bus 2 miles away. If a bird, if you're up, you don't think you could see, think about being up. You don't think you can see, you may see a car.
Oh, I'm sure. Think about looking out of a plane to the ground. You can see cars from 2 miles.
Yeah.
How high is the airplane?
It goes pretty high, 35,000 feet.
Yeah.
I think I can see a bus from there.
Yeah.
That's
you
not
can't
2
see a
miles,
bus.
though.
When you're at 35,000 feet, you're not seeing the ground.
You're not seeing
I bet I could see a car from that high.
No.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
No.
A big one?
A big one. Because a big.
That's like 7 miles.
But you can
Is
see, on a clear
5,000?
day, you can see the squares, you can see the circles, you can see the farmland, right? You can probably, if you look, you can probably see a car.
You can see light.
Will you Google highest
You can see
vulture
lights.
altitude? Because I want to make sure I got it right. Because I think it's crazy.
36,000 feet.
Wow.
The Ruppel Griffon vulture.
Wow.
There it is. There it is.
That's 37,000.
Yeah, it's way
37,000 feet. That's
That's Mount Everest.
Yeah, I mean, it would be plane. Like you could hit it with a commercial jet.
Cruising level.
Yeah, some airplanes were shocked to see him up there.
Yeah, what were they doing up there? You go, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, the altitude they reach is the cruising range of commercial jets, which requires 6,000 to 9,000 pounds of jet fuel to reach the same height, and they do it with zero jet fuel.
They do have an oxygen tank.
Well, they poop up there, so they do leave some chemtrails.
And eventually that poop gets over 200 miles an hour like a Peregrine Falcon on the way down.
Terminal velocity.
Yeah. They just regularly fly that high. They're regularly that high. Or no, they're saying, it's saying like the highest altitude ever was 37,000, but it seems like they do get up that high quite often.
Yeah, they hang out up there.
They hang.
But do they live in the mountains?
They live along the coast of, I don't know where, but I know they live in Africa along.
Yeah, I mean, how long? What are you doing up there?
Yeah.
You think do birds get tired flapping their wings?
Oh, yeah. So birds in migration, when they come through Central Park, some of them will just be like laying there trying to regain some energy, just completely toast. Just laying there trying to get it back. But
I've seen a lot of people laying around Central Park like that too, though.
Yeah.
So
you talking about laying on the ground, or what are you talking about?
They'll just be laying on the ground because they flew however many miles over.
Like their feet are sideways. That's what I'm picturing. I picture they're on their side and their feet are going out that way.
So tired.
They got the bend going. They're standing. Their heads down.
They're standing. Yeah. I picture they tip over.
Yeah.
And they're laying on one of their wings, and two of their feet, orange feet, stick out.
Orange feet.
Stick out to the left. Yeah.
No.
All right.
I just mean they're just like this.
Yeah.
Just
crumbled down.
Just hoping they get a little water to get it going again.
Are you a member of the Audubon Society?
No, in fact, I thought you were going to bring up the problematic nature of the name.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let's hear about
They're
it.
changing. I thought you guys would be interested in this. They're changing the 100 birds in North America's names that were named after people because too many birds were named after problematic guys in the 1500s. So it's like statues but birds.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah.
Audubon Shearwater. Audubon apparently, had some racy stuff happen in his time.
Mm-hmm.
Audubon Shearwater.
Was it like probably
Audubon Shearwater?
Like,
Yeah,
The Himmler parakeet. There's crazy stuff.
that seems like a
really
good use of time.
Wilson Snipe, that's going to change. Kirtland's Warbird, that's going to
because
change.
he's in jail for IRS.
One of them. It's like guys in the 1500s. It's like guys in the 1500s who were like, white men were smarter because they have bigger brains, and then they're also like, I discovered this bird. Yeah, they were like half scientists.
But if we just stop talking about those guys, nobody would even remember them. And then the bird would just...
we would go, we're just going to move on.
Yeah, it's just this bird's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who kept bringing up like, hey, Kirtland is problematic, and I don't want to keep thinking about this Kirtland's warbler associated with him.
I guess you don't want to reward the family.
But I don't even like learning that. This is the first I've heard of it. Like I don't even know these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asperger's too, they say.
Well,
It's
Asperger's
problematic.
could change.
That's a problematic.
That could change.
That could
I'd be all right with that. Not because it's problematic.
I think
but
they're not
it's
using it anymore.
Too weird of a word.
Yeah.
Heimlich.
Heimlich too, right?
Yeah. I have a joke about it. Yeah.
Did you do it in Paducah?
I did, and it's lovely people. Again, the Hollywood elites that don't go to middle America. That's what's wrong with this country. Right here.
You go to the middle of America.
the Middle Tennessee kid, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
The smartest birds, crows, and African gray parrots. Crows, we just talked about. They bring tools.
Yeah, that's what I'm told. I like crows. I'm into it.
Yeah.
I like a crow.
Yeah. Smart.
How smart can they be if a scarecrow works? You know what I mean?
But does it though? In the movie Wizard of Oz, they're like,
Well,
They
it
know.
worked for him.
yeah. Well,
I
there's
think
a
it
lot of-
works for like a day. Then they go, that guy can't stay in there that
Yeah.
long.
That's true. I don't know how scientifically
have a
accurate
brain,
the
though.
Wizard of Oz is, though. You know, a Tin Man does come to life, and they dance around, and you know,
The flamingos stay together for the rest of their lives. Some couples have been together for 50 years or more.
Wow.
That's crazy.
love.
That's why their head's underwater because they're like, oh god, at the zoo. What?
It says getaway.
What do you want? I'm fishing. Just let me. I'm gonna go underwater.
Is she still here?
Yeah. How long you down there for? You know, we're not supposed to stay down there too long. I'm just going under for a second. I'm trying to give it. I'm helping evolution by staying longer. I wish I could fly. Can they fly? They can fly, I guess.
Flamingos, yeah.
Yeah. Probably
They-
awkward flying.
yeah, they just don't like to do it that much, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, look at it. It's an awkward fly. Yeah. I mean, you got those legs. It's like,
Pull up the flamingo dancing, though. The flamingo dancing is adorable. The flamingo dance from Planet Earth 2.
That's right here.
That's the one.
This is the
The one-
flamenco.
That's
Yeah. No, flamingo dance. I've seen this from. I'll find it. I'll find
there,
it
right there.
right here.
Oh, just delightful. Just
Yeah.
wait to soak
They
this.
cut a
in, guys.
rug, huh? These are
And then they get
goofy
going,
looking
yeah.
birds, man.
There's 3 Major League Baseball teams, 3 NBA teams, and 5 NFL teams named after birds. As their mascots.
Can you name them?
Hawks.
I can,
Falcons.
Seahawks.
Orioles. Did you say NFL and baseball? What did
Yeah.
you say?
in NBA?
Ravens,
There you go.
Nice.
yeah, Eagles.
Cardinals.
Eagles.
Blue
Falcons.
Jays.
Blue Jays.
Jays.
Yep.
Can you name that? I mean, the
Orioles,
NHL
Cardinals.
one is the,
NBA, Pelicans, Hawks, and the Raptors.
Oh.
Well, so they're wrong about that. So not 3 birds then.
NHL, Red Wings.
Gosh, that's
Red
the
Wings.
dumbest thing I've ever
That's just
heard.
the wings, right? Does that count as
Yeah.
the whole bird?
I didn't look up hockey.
That's
I
one
thought
of
you
the
said
dumbest
it.
things I've ever heard that we're like really hanging on to.
What?
That birds and like a raptor is a bird.
Oh, we're still
Oh.
yeah.
You don't hear it often said the other way around, but you hear birds are dinosaurs. You know,
Well, you're talking about. Are you talking about Velociraptor?
I'm
whatever the
guessing so.
Toronto Raptors is. I'm guessing that's a velociraptor.
Because raptor is a type of bird of prey.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
well,
maybe that's it.
but
then.
that's not
Okay.
their thing. They're
Toronto Raptors are that's a dinosaur.
it's a
right?
dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the Toronto Raptors were a dinosaur.
Yeah. What do birds do during a hurricane? Joanne Weber wrote in for that one.
I would love to know the answer to that. That's just a question for me.
yeah, yeah.
Joanne Weber, Fairhope, Alabama, wrote in.
Well, actually, I can say
That's
that
a good question.
I can say that is a great question. And there's certain bird species that are known for predicting hurricanes way before our meteorologists predict them.
Mhm.
And certain birds,
When do they tell you that after it came through?
certain birds,
Like a bird goes, I knew this was coming the whole time. You're like, "Oh, give me a break.
there's a certain bird species that will migrate a different direction, and every time they do that, there's a ton of hurricanes that come.
Oh.
So they know something.
Are people keeping an eye on that then?
People should.
Okay.
I don't
I
know
think so.
I don't know the dirty details on, but I think a lot of birds I think a lot of birds can detect the hurricanes way ahead of time and fly elsewhere. That's my best answer.
They smell it.
Tell your mom.
I think they
yeah.
smell it, something. They just go, something's not right.
Mhm.
It's a radar, maybe, and a little.
Yeah. What seagulls? That's where they live, the sea.
Seagulls got to be one of the dumber. They feel like one of the dumber breeds
Mm.
of birds. Do you feel that way?
I don't know.
Doesn't they feel like a dumb compared to
Looks like it.
some of these other birds we've been talking about?
You
Compared
think
to a
that's
You
falcon?
got
because
that
of-
vulture bird doesn't know when to stop. It just keeps going.
Well, a birder would take issue with you calling them seagulls.
Oh, what
Ooh.
should I call them?
Well, there's a bunch of different species of gull.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm
there's
talking
one-
about just a straight up.
I think that's like the.
I'm talking about it. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm talking about,
You talking about the herring gull or the California gull?
not the California one. I'm
Like
talking about.
Finding Nemo, was it where the bird kind of washes up and all the birds are like mine, 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 and I think that's where They seem dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't seen that movie.
It's
But-
something though where the goals are like mine.
I think it's a dumb.
And
Like it's made like a dumb bird, and maybe
They look
in that
dumb,
movie,
though.
yeah.
It's a dumb noise they make,
Yeah.
and they eat stuff they're not
Yeah.
supposed to eat, and they can die real easily.
Do we have
Yeah.
you want to?
You know what I mean?
Get
Give
your
them-
game.
Yeah, I was about to say,
seltzer.
how long does it take you to set up your game?
Oh, about 1 minute.
Well, go
Let's
ahead and
do it.
set up. We'll keep talking.
Let's clock it.
One of the most famous moments in baseball history is when Randy Johnson
Yeah.
killed that bird
Oh yeah.
at spring training. There was another one, Dave Winfield, back in my day. He was throwing a ball back in and hit a seagull and killed it, and they arrested him after the game.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
I saw a
what?
video of Nate killing a bird.
for
I killed a bird.
Several birds.
didn't two birds with one stone? Didn't you say there? Is that a joke or is
Yeah,
that
it's
real?
a joke.
But I mean, is it real that they're trying to change that?
PETA released a statement suggesting a bunch of changes to language. We have idioms like skin a cat. They want to change to pet it, more than one way to pet a cat.
There's lots of ways to pet a cat, but is there more than one way to skin a cat? Is the point?
Yeah,
Well, PETA's
I mean,
making
come
these
on.
suggestions.
that's a fair point.
They don't all make perfect sense.
Right.
But one of the suggestions was, instead of kill two birds with one stone, would be to say
Achieve two things with one input. They got
that.
like
Yeah,
less- yeah.
But they suggested feed two birds with one scone to make it more peaceful.
But that's easy to do. You just break the scone apart and
and-
you give, and that's not even.
I
That's
got
not hard.
I got to go. They suggest, instead of beat a dead horse, violent, they want you to say feed a fed horse.
But it's full.
Exactly.
That's
overkill.
That's one of the better
That's
recommendations.
one of the
Right?
better ones.
Right.
I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feed a fed
Yeah.
horse.
I think it would still eat it.
Yeah. Well, you jam it in
Right.
there.
All right. If you ever want to commit a crime, you can carry this book around and they won't suspect you.
Yeah. Bird song.
This is bird songs. 250 North American birds in song.
Joe likes to sit on the plane and listen to this with no
This
headphones.
is a this is a wonderful book.
He just everybody on the plane's going, "Oh, there's a bird in here."
Oh, this is my favorite book. Break it out of the holidays. So
we not to be looking. He doesn't. This is not to be
well,
looking.
I'm sorry.
I'm just giving it. I'm
Yeah.
just doing a test of the volume here. Volume test. This is a one of the more haunting bird calls. Is the common loon. Just doing a volume test. Common loon. How's
That
that?
sounds
Love
evil.
that.
Does that work in the
Think
microphone?
you
Sounds
can
like
hear
some
it good.
Bad spirits.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. There's
Sounds
the
like a
common
murder
loon.
on the bayou. Something
I
like
like
that.
it.
Yep.
So
I think I like bird sounds more than I do actually
Everything
seeing
else
the
about 'em.
bird. Yeah, because it's kind of fun, and then you see it, and you're like, "Oh, all right."
So here's your buzzers. You can
Okay.
buzz in.
Oh man, this is awesome.
They're squeakies, squeaky birds.
Okay.
And the first one to buzz in will get a shot at answering.
Oh, nice. I like this. The pheasant.
Yeah. So
All right.
This sounds real. Like you ever hit it?
You ever step on a cat or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Well, you have to write our answers down.
no, this is just for the final round. Just
Okay.
The final round.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll
Should
do.
we have started this up way earlier? Yeah.
So we'll do.
Hey, the guy that gets up to go to the bathroom and the guy that brings his own game to not his podcast. So he goes, I mean, you would say this is what I would show to people. I go, what's Joe Zimmerman like? You go, he's a great guy, but he will do his own thing.
All right. Wait. Don't look at the book, Brown.
Sorry,
You
I'm-
got-
All right.
Yeah. See, I knew that.
You
Yeah,
can't
Brian
look.
will be cheating.
All right. We'll do a test round. This is a test round. I'll play a call, and the first person to buzz in will give a chance to answer in the test round.
Okay.
See how it goes. That's Nate.
Yeah. Duck.
It's not a duck.
Wow.
I'm going seagull of some sort.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
This is going to be worse than I thought. That's not a seagull.
Turkey.
Chicken.
It's a goose. It's a Canada goose.
It's a goose.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
That makes
come
sense.
on. That's
Nate won that one.
he said duck. I said this are water animals, and it was a goose.
Because
I
basically
mean,
the same.
We're not so far
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
No,
We knew it was water animals.
You would have seen both of our animals right next to them.
Yeah.
The water bird.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Count.
yeah.
Oh, there's
Come
more?
on.
Oh yeah. I love it.
I
So
got
now we're
some.
playing.
I got some common birds, and then I got some pop culture birds. I think
All right.
you'll know
Yeah.
the pop
Okay.
culture
All
birds.
right.
That's Affleck. That's the duck.
You nailed it.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
So that's 100 points for Aaron.
100.
That goes.
Thank you,
golly.
Deion
And,
Sanders, Nick Saban.
We don't even get
Now we gotta watch
25.
Oh, I forgot that the
His
winner.
dad works for Affleck.
That's
He's
true. Your
retired.
dad
He's
sold
retired.
that. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
That was before the duck, probably.
I forgot
No,
that the winner gets $20. I'm going to give the
Okay.
winner
All right.
$20.
Yeah, you said that.
Okay,
You've already
good,
said
good.
that.
Oh, great.
Yeah. We're leaving all this in just so people can get the vibe of you.
The losers owe me $20.
Oh, okay.
Oh man,
Alright.
Yeah.
that's not very fun.
I only brought 10.
Yeah.
You can Venmo me. We'll just do a couple more common birds here. Don't look. Don't
Oh,
look.
I found $250 the other day.
Crossville, the bar.
Oh,
Turkey.
Turkey?
Oh wait.
I just wanted to squeak once.
I think I know it. I do know.
You don't know it.
that is.
No,
Is that toucan?
it is
it's
not a toucan.
I'll.
Thank you for playing.
if I remouth
Not
it,
named
go,
that tune.
and I try to put myself in its place. Oh man, I want to say it's a small bird. Is it small?
It's a laughing gull. I would have counted seagull.
Whoa.
Oh,
okay.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Laughing goal.
All right. This next one's very gettable.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And bonus points if you can name the species.
We'll see.
Owl.
Nailed it.
Uh,
That's 100 for Nate.
Yep.
Bonus 50 if you can get the
Screech
species.
owl.
No.
No, I didn't say that. That was Dusty.
I'm trying for the bonus.
Any of us can get the bonus. Yeah. White owl.
A night owl.
White owl.
Color of it.
I think white owl's a cigar.
It's the famous barred owl call.
It's a dog.
Barn owl. That's the only owl I know.
You know, I was at
Barred owl. It's
Oh,
actually
I
okay.
thought it was barn.
Portland
See,
and
when I
Seattle.
was at the bird sanctuary, they told me that the screech owl is not actually the loud screaming owl, that's the barn owl. Not barred,
right.
but barn owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, what sound does the screech owl make? That's why I went with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess.
This is a good guess.
Do you think when they named the barred owl, then they found an owl and they go, oh, that's the barn. The guy names it. I'm gonna name that the barn owl. And the other guy found another owl and he was so frustrated. He goes, yeah, well, mine's the barred owl. And he goes, all right, dude. He goes, but do something different. And he goes, it is different. It's barred. He goes, he's so mad that he didn't get because his was also near a barn.
Yeah.
So he was so frustrated. He just goes, well, mine's the barred owl. And you go, well, you're being ridiculous. And it was two brothers. And he goes, well, you're being ridiculous. And now we have that problem.
Very gettable.
Oh.
Crow.
Close.
Raven.
Got it.
Oh.
Wow.
Brian's on the board with 100.
Never more.
Brian cheated both times.
I
there.
think so too.
Why?
I think Aaron squeaked first.
No. I didn't know. I didn't
Okay.
know that one.
I don't know where the squeaks are coming from. I guess because I'm wearing headsets.
Yeah.
They're coming from everywhere. with these
Yeah,
headphones.
yeah.
This might be the easiest one yet.
We'll see.
Very gettable. Very gettable.
Turkey.
Nailed it.
Ooh,
That-
that's a
it-
gobble.
It basically says gobble. I mean, it's basically going gobble, go, go, go.
That's true.
Like, I mean, it can't help it.
All right. We're going to move on to the computer birds.
Okay.
Okay.
These are worth 200 points.
Oh,
All right,
so
make
these are harder.
Move at a slow pace.
Well, actually,
We have all the time in the world.
don't look at my computer though.
Okay. Well,
So we'll go to pop culture birds. These are very gettable here.
Mhm.
Very gettable.
Angry Birds.
Close.
Oh.
This one.
Roadrunner.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's my.
You grew up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw the first episode.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go rapid fire here. You guys know this one?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Okay, nice. Dusty.
He didn't even ring. Did you
I know
ring?
you're not
anything?
even buzzing.
Nobody
in anymore.
nobody can tell.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he can joke and tell.
I don't
Okay, I'm
think
going to
so.
pay close attention.
I think I got a harder.
You can't
buzzer.
answer till he says your name.
I'll say it.
Wait, sorry.
You're not going to know this one,
Oh
Dusty.
yeah.
There's zero chance you know this one.
E.T.
Yeah. You're not going to know it.
Well, let me
Hedwig.
hear it.
Hedwig
I
nailed
don't even
it.
hear a bird.
yeah.
What is that?
It's a Harry Potter. It's Harry
I've not
Potter's
even heard a
album.
bird yet.
Well, it's coming.
It's yeah.
I think it's called Hedwig's Theme, actually, is the name of the song.
All
But
right.
you got to let me hear.
Written by John Williams, who's won more Oscars than any human being on earth.
Really?
I think so.
You got to let me hear the bird though.
Okay.
This one gets a little tougher, but
Mhm.
but gettable.
Is he the only one trying to win those Oscars?
Never could accept. You lose more than that when the king gets through with you. He's as mad as a hippo with a hernia.
Can they hear this?
I like that you surprised our production crew with stuff that they could have put in.
I can see it, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
say like a toucan, like a parrot of some sort.
It's Zazu from Lion
Yeah.
King.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not I can see it, but I'm
yeah,
also
Zazu
not
from-
gonna lose the game because because Joe's
Showing you the thing.
Yeah.
Joe, do
All right.
one if you felt like it should end.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna do the last two. These you're gonna,
the last two.
All right. Here we go.
these are for the pod. These are for the pod.
These are for the 20.
You should recognize. You
Yeah.
might recognize.
What's
it.
the
All right.
score?
No, it doesn't. Well, we'll
It's
figure it out.
A lot
It's
to a lot. Yeah.
It,
Pig.
No, this is an actual bird.
Oh.
It's come up on the podcast.
Is it a cassowary?
dodo word.
No,
Ostrich.
no,
Dodo
Lemur.
bird's been dead since the 1500s.
Emu.
it is an emu. Correct.
Oh, man.
Dang,
That's
With a
not on
gun.
the
I said
podcast.
lemur.
Why'd you laugh though when I said ostrich? That's pretty close to an emu.
I mean, they're friends, but
Yeah.
let's not be crazy.
Both a little big.
Ostrich is the biggest bird.
And then, okay, so this is a special one. I prepared it just for you guys.
Okay.
It's two bird calls, and it's very gettable, but it's two different bird calls.
Mhm.
We
So-
got to wait for both of them? Or are they combined?
Wait for both of them. Here it comes. And here's the other one. Got that?
Yeah.
First one.
Is that a bald eagle?
Oh, see, that's where it's tricky.
An American bald eagle?
It's a trick question.
Golden
a
eagle.
golden eagle, yeah, and a chickadee.
It's a falcon.
It's none of you know it.
It's a peregrine
I
falcon.
found saying it's something
The
new to
hint
this
is it's a
podcast.
call in pop culture in movies. They play in movies, but they play the wrong bird in movies.
Oh.
The crow.
So
Crow.
they play this call for bald eagles in movies, but I didn't know if you would know the answer. They play this for bald eagles. Oh boy, never mind.
And so that
Yeah.
was okay.
Yeah. You're doing something that we should do off.
The first call was
She goes, what do y'all do afterwards? This? We got to sit through the rest of Joe's ideas. We usually don't make y'all have to deal with them, but now you do too.
I'm loving it.
the first call was the red-tailed hawk, which they use in movies.
Red-tailed hawk sitting on a limb.
They use in movies
I just
To-
saw one of those
to
recently.
be when there's an eagle in the movie, they play the red-tailed hawk sound, and it
Mhm.
drives bird watchers crazy.
Mm.
Do you think you?
The second one was an eagle. The little tweeting one
yeah.
was an eagle.
Oh, that's the
Really?
real eagle.
The tweeting, the eagles have really little
That is
twitters.
good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was because I would have thought the eagle would have been the loud screeching.
Yeah, it's what you want it to
That's
make a
actually
noise
is
like
fun.
that.
Yeah, it is fun to know. I was
That's
going
why
to
they
make fun
did
of
it.
you,
Uh-huh.
but that was actually fun to know.
Yeah, that
Huh?
was. You know what?
give-
I'll remember that.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right.
Take back everything I said.
Yeah, take back everything. All right.
Well, who won?
Yeah.
Let me add
No
it
one
up
got
here.
the last one.
Nate 200, Dusty 200, Brian 200, Aaron 300.
Wow.
Close
Man,
game.
it
Was
Wow.
Harry Potter put me over the edge.
What a
You didn't even
race.
you didn't even let the birds.
What a race. I got to
sing.
get you
Yeah,
$20.
Get to $20. We can get it after, Joe. He's about to pull his.
Joe's going to make a birthday
he's
run,
about to
then
pull
come back
his,
and do
his coin purse out. He's got $40 in there. One was because I was giving one away, and one's in case of emergency.
And Aaron will just leave this laying around.
Yeah. Aaron,
Thank you,
just
Joe.
throw it
we,
on the
can,
table.
we can test your
Yeah.
cash.
Thank you.
See what it does.
Gets 20 of that 250 back.
I appreciate it, man. That was fun.
Where do you want to say where you're at?
This Thursday, I'm in Gadsden, Alabama, doing an event for Young Life. I don't even know if that's open to the public, but I'll be there.
Batten down the hatches.
Yeah. Saturday, I'm at the Alice Theater in Litchfield, Kentucky. Tickets still available. Sunday, I'm doing an event called Laugh All Night in London, Kentucky. And November 27th, the night before Thanksgiving, my next Brian Bates and Friends here at the Lab at Zany's. And just announced 1 month from today, December 13th, Hyenas in Fort Worth finally let me come back. I canceled when went to SNL.
Yeah.
They're going to let me come back, do one show in the Red Room, December 13th. So buy your tickets for that.
Yes, because that was the one that they go. I don't remember what we said.
Thanks, but no thanks, basically.
Thanks.
He's reached out and said, ticket sales are low. We need
Yeah.
to cancel some shows. I'm like, well, I'm not even coming. So.
Yeah. He goes, and he heard an audible. Oh, that was easier than I thought.
Yeah.
I guess this is-
He was relieved. But anyway, buy tickets in Fort Worth.
yeah. Show them that, Bates is the draw now, so it's
Oh, yeah.
different. Now it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, do you want to say?
I'll be in Tuscaloosa Wednesday,
All right, roll tide.
and I'll be in Birmingham Thursday at Avondale Brewing. And tomorrow night, I'll be here. You guys should come out. I want to invite you guys.
Friday?
It'll already be over. But
I'm just inviting you guys.
Oh, technically Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, November 24th, St. Louis Helium, 2 shows. Both are almost sold out. Couple tickets left. Come on out, November 24th. I'm also going to see Hinder this weekend.
so is he.
I'm kidding.
yeah. I don't even know what that is.
It's a band, Lips of an
Oh.
Angel.
I'm off this weekend, but next weekend, Friday, November 22nd, I'm in Des Moines, Iowa. Saturday the 23rd, St. Paul, Minnesota. 2 theater gigs. Get some tickets. Come
So
see
it's
it.
Great comedy town.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna leave. We got Aaron. Happy birthday, buddy. We have one cupcake.
All right.
Abigail got it for you. And
All right. Let's sing the curse.
yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that. This
Happy
is all I
birthday.
need, too.
Happy birthday. There
Thank you
go,
very
buddy.
much. Hey, all right.
We don't
No,
need
that's,
it. No,
that's
no.
all right.
Yeah,
That's all right. I appreciate it.
Happy
guys. Thank you.
birthday.
Joe, play us out with some birds.
Happy birthday.
dear
Happy
Aaron.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Joe,
you.
a couple more bird sounds.
I got you. I got you covered.
DJ, hit it.
Oh, that's
go.
hot.
Oh, that's a whippoorwillow.
Goodbye, everyone. We love you.